All right, I think I'm just gonna have to manually adjust it. Sorry, guys. Can you vote in chat real quick? Type 1, 2, or 3 while I figure this cut. I think what ended up happening is that. Okay, so as you guys may have, we've talked about it multiple times, but the heck. But basically, we had to adjust my camera settings because of I had to use my bunch of equipment to go to do the co-stream, and I think it just like messed everything up. It messed up my cameras, it messed up my audio settings, it messed up everything about my stream setup, which you know I'm not super happy about. But I'm just gonna turn up the brightness overall. But like I think it's like an exposure thing. I'm not sure. I mean that's better, I guess. It is what it is, I suppose. Oh god, I just looked like all washed out. How do I do that? Can you flashbang us? I'll try. I'll ask my producer. Hey, Austin. Okay. I mean, it's like better than it was before. Let me see if I can. Okay. Ooh, oh, nope. That's not good. That's not good. It's definitely not just straight up brightness. Oh, God. All right. I'm making it worse. I'm making it worse. I'm making it worse. I'm making it worse. It looks terrible. Okay. Okay. Okay, anyways. I need you guys to vote 1, 2, or 3. It looks like people are voting 1. We have the APAC regional finals that we could do today. And I think that'll be something that we can just watch real quick for like 3-4 hours. I have a sponsor stream that I have to do today, so that's probably going to be at the end. So if you guys want to play some games on the new patch, that's going to be all throughout this week and the beginning of next week as well. Okay, looks like we're gonna do 8-back. Let me get everything squared away then here. Let me get squared away. Why is Frodan crying? I was just thinking so much about how passionate I am about teamfight tactics. I love competition so much, man. It just brings a tear to my eye. Okay, let's go to here and open up everything. Man, regionals was kind of crazy, wasn't it, huh? Regionals was kind of crazy. I guess I didn't do like the morning yap thing, but I realized that this is the first time. Do you guys like think about this? This is the first time we've ever had Dish Soap, Weijin, and Setsuko all playing in a world championship. That's crazy, man. So like this will be the first time we'll get to see all of them play on the same in the same room. They're going to be on LAN. It's going to be pretty hype. And that's like our top 3, right? Like there's like a conversation piece about like the top 4 in North America because Replay historically has done well. Malala for a period of time was there as well. And there's just like okay, well, who is actually in this top 4? But the reality is there's 3 people who have separated themselves meaningfully from the pack. And it was actually starting to become 2 people until Setsuko qualified again. But it's actually really, really cool. And then you have people like Kerm and Robin who've qualified for 3rd championships now. Kerm set 4, set 9, and now 14. Robin in set 5, set 12, and now set 14 as well. So it's really cool to see them. Not Setsuko, according to that Reddit user. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw this earlier today. But it turns out Setsuko has a generational hater. Man, I thought I had haters. I mean, I don't really think I have like big time haters. I have some people who like, you know, Frodan's not my cup of tea type of guy. But there's this guy who straight up is just hate watching Setsuko all the time. So when regionals first started, let me take down this poll because we're gonna watch real quick. Let me see. Can I do this? I'm gonna take down this poll, or actually, let me finish it up here. Okay. Before regionals started, there was a guy who posted this comment. I have seen this on the League of Legends Reddit, so let's try it here. What is a 90, 50, 10 prediction that you hold? Meaning something has a 9% chance to happen, 50% chance to happen, 10% chance to happen. 90%, Wage Anderson will make day 3 of regionals. That's fair, you know. Wage Anderson is generally a very strong player to pick. I think he's the number 1 pick by a lot of people going into regionals. 50%, Setsuko, VIT Setsuko will be bottom 4 placing of regionals and miss the tier 1 circuit cutoff, meaning that he thinks Setsuko will be 29th to 32nd. 10% Robin songs will regionals and go back to back. Robin didn't win set 13 regionals, didn't he? I thought he won set 12 regionals. Set 13 regionals was actually by Wage and Iverson. Wage and Iverson would go back to back. Nah, no way. VIT Setsuko will be bot 4 tomorrow. This is the guy, by the way. He was like saying that there's a guy that there's another thing that he talked about with like Flamin' Setsuko as well. I want to go back to it. He's like, oh yeah, this one. VIT Setsuko and Precedent got banned from Tactician's Cup. Sorry guys, I'm closing card pack shops, by the way. Must be tired to be a Setsuko fan, having to defend all his negative actions. He simply does not care for competitive play anymore as a big streamer. But that's fine, since he only harms himself. But now his actions harm a very good person, Precedent. Precedent has been banned from Tactician's Cup 3, means he's out of regionals and thus the Worlds Tournament. Shame for such a hard worker and good person to put so much time and effort to compete. So this guy has just been, he's been tracking. And he's just like a Setsuko hater. He's just taking on all the Setsuko downvotes. So he posted this at day 1, right? This is day 3 discussion. I may have used harsh wording before, but my previous comments about Setsuko come from the stats and from the truth. His historical underperforming is showing once again. He has started game 1 going 8th, already sinking his chances. Only 6 games will be played today, and with Vapakasa, who won once again, having a guaranteed world slot, 5-7 players will make it. You cannot go 8th when 3/4 of the lobby is for qualification. In the regional finals from set 13 back to set 8, a player going 8th in game 1 has never placed higher than bot 2. Wow, this guy went digging for the historical stats. We're baseball now. You know, how many times has a player gone 8th and never placed higher than bottom 2 in regional finals? This guy went back 6 sets to look at every regional finals lobby. When Setsuko, viewed as a top 3 player NA, goes bottom 2 and misses Worlds again, what will be the excuse this time? Edit, wow, back-to-back 8ths. Man, that's great. And you know what? I honestly like the dedicated haters. There's another person there's another comment where, oh yes. This is the one. Someone said that Setsuko was like the 3rd most accomplished NA player, and he goes off again. I did not know Setsuko is the 3rd most accomplished NA player. Do you measure world championships? He has 0, while Dishop has 2, and Malala and Replay have 1. Do you mean worlds appearances? He has been to 1 world in set 8. We are in set 14 now, in parentheses. I don't have exact counts for everyone, but Dishop and Wage and Anderson will have 5. Milk has 3. Ramsong has 2, and Michael has 3 tomorrow. Spencer has 2. Dank Means, who's much newer than Setsuko, has 2. Interesting, yes? I love it. We're not even halfway through. Okay, let's do domestic competition, like regionals. The winners from before are Robin this set, Dishop last set, Bobster in set 12, Mismatch Socks in set 11, Replay in set 10, Wage and Iverson in set 9. Setsuko has never won a regional tournament. And if you believe the TFT main Twitch broadcast, Gangly says Setsuko has only been to regional finals lobby 2 times. Yet I will say the names more than 3 people who go to final lobbies more than him. Looks like the 3rd most accomplished NA player, yes? You are right about my bias, yes, but I'm not saying from hatred. This is disappointment because I have been a Setsuko viewer from set 8. In my mind, and many Setsuko fans' mind, they think he is top 3. That's clearly incorrect. I just showed why. We obviously believe in his potential, but it is reality that he consistently disappointed in competition. I believe he is focused on being a streamer first, but that is just a guess. Whatever the real reason, he has consistently missed the important competitions, and I believe he will do the same tomorrow. It is who he is now. The player going to Worlds of Americas will be Vapakasa, Camby Lee, Robin Songs, Cash, and Dihua. You know what? Honestly, man, he was actually bang on from this, except if you just replace Cash with Setsuko. Nah, he's top 3. Nice novel, though. You know, someone did reply. Low-key, as someone who started watching competitive TFT not that long ago, I genuinely wonder why you guys rate Setsuko that high. Sure, hypothetical Setsuko's a beast, but based on results, NA seem to have plenty of players more accomplished than him. I think this is a fair comment. Like, if he literally just said this, I have not been watching as long, and I'm just curious, like, why you guys view it that way. I think that's, like, a much more respectful way to ask the question, but this, man, looks like the 3rd most accomplished NA player. Yes. Interesting. Yes. He's starting a new meta. Instead of asking no at the end of all your TFT questions, you ask yes? Question mark. Oh, man. It's always Bloodthirster. Yes? Question mark. Eye test and consensus among top players with some splashes of flashy results and extremely consistent loud results. I don't know. I consider myself fairly logical judging player, but it would be insane not to consider. So let's go top 5, if not top 3 NA. Anyways, finally, a moment of rapture when Setsuko qualified. I may have used harsh words in my previous comments, but Setsuko come from the stats from truth. His historical underperforming showing once again. He started game 1 going blah, blah, blah. Wow, back-to-back 8th. 50% Setsuko will be bottom 4 regionals and missed the tier 1 circuit. LMFAO. And then they tag him and say he will bottom 4 regionals. He won't make final lobby. He won't make it to Worlds. What's your next prediction, buddy? Man, this guy is a generational hate watcher. He replies, I am happy he made it. It is true. I was not a believer when he started off 8-8, but to come back from that situation shows amazing strength, proving me wrong 100%. I have watched Setsuko for a long time and I've been disappointed many times. But now he returns to the international competition, finally, to live up to his potential. Good luck, Setsi. Dude, you're not a believer since months. Yes, I did not believe, but that is fine. Yes. I was not a believer since I looked at his history. I see what I believe to be an incorrect discussion point. Setsuko is top 3 NA. I believe in stats, and they did not support the point, so I comment on that. Should I not? Because it's considered negative to many fans? But he can now change that history with his play. I am happy he gets the chance. You know what? I would say good for this. Good for this guy. I'm happy that he owned up to it. He's like, you know what? I was wrong, and he can change that narrative moving forward. But man, Setsuko fanboys get to make him eat some downvotes. They get to do They can do the very hateful and violent act of downvoting him. You know, it's funny because I always thought that people like were ironically hate watching, but this guy is a true hate watcher. You guys could learn a thing or two from him. I'm not gonna lie. You guys need to step up your game. I feel like Frodan fans aren't really doing enough. All right, agenda for today. We have the APAC regional finals. Then we'll do some 14.7 ladder. And then we'll do Etheria sponsored stream. And if you guys don't want to hang out for the sponsored stream, totally fine. You know, it's just because that's I put it off till today. It was like you have to do it by the end of the month. So let's do it. He's a fact watcher, Drew. I missed out last night. Did he make it or Setsuko cook for World? No, he made it. He made it. The World's finalists that we have for Americas: Dish Soap, Kuramex, Tex Summers, Vapakaza, Wage Iverson, Bobster, Camby Lee, Dihua, Robin Songs, and Setsuko. My wife told me that she was tearing up and gutted for Dihua. I don't know if you guys saw, but there's a moment on broadcast where Dihua came on to talk about what happened. He was in 8th place, and he needed to make a big comeback with Amp, and his Yumi just straight up bugged. I have a clip here. Failed to determine content. Oh, did he delete the clip? He might have deleted. I think he deleted the VOD in the clip. He might have said some bad words. I'm not sure, but I failed to. I think he deleted the clip. Check my own VOD. Ooh, okay. True. Twitch.tv/Frodan. I have mixed feelings about that Dihua crash out. Do you now? You have mixed feelings about that crash out? I mean, I think that it went on a touch too long. I agree. But that's part of it was because it feels bad to just, tell him to shut up. That doesn't feel good. Oh, here it is. So sorry about the quality ahead of time, but we're watching a VOD of the clip. So he's on. We have a video of it. So he has Yumi 3. He's in 7th place, not 8th place, excuse me, and he's trying to make a comeback with Amp. And he has everything. He has Yumi 3, he has 5 Amp, he has Street Demon, Strategist. And the issue right now, before you guys go, you're like, what are you watching, is that his Yumi will cast, but not actually deal damage. And it's like a mana overflow bug. You see how Yumi's casting right now and not doing damage to Galio? So she fizzles a couple times here, which is whatever. But this is where it really matters. Like she's attacking and casting on Galio, but she's literally not dealing damage. And this swings the fight, and he's going up against another loose streak player. And so he's just like watching Yumi not deal damage, and he's like losing his cool. And then it specifically is because he's now at 1 life. And then the next fight, it happens again. Oh, wait, is that it? Is that it for the clip? The next fight, it happens again, apparently, and then he dies. I think he goes 8th. And that, as a result, because he went 8th and Bobster went 5th, he feels like that's the primary reason why he didn't win the tournament. And I think that's a fair assumption because it goes down to the last game. If he could have actually been as high as first that game, theoretically, if he's able to scale up, and so on and so forth. And he comes onto the broadcast afterwards to vent his frustrations. Cherry, thank you for the 31 months. He comes onto the broadcast, vents his frustration, basically says like this is unacceptable and starts crying on stream. It was very difficult. So I think he in general made some people uncomfortable because he was crying on stream and talking about it. And if that's what it is like people shouldn't show emotions. People like, is that what made people uncomfortable? Like, I don't want people to be crying in a post-game interview. I think that's totally fair, like, and valid. We create the space for him to let him be upset. It's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to accept, especially given the intensity of the emotional ramp up. Because he talked some trash before the tournament and he almost won regionals, right? There's a lot of pressure on somebody. He's a young guy. Just like breaking it down. Dehua's a young guy. He talked trash before the tournament. He actually aimed big. He didn't trash talk someone in his lane. He actually aimed at the top. He aimed at Dishope, and he doubled down on it and said, yeah, like, I think I'm playing well. I think that some of these players that you guys value are overrated. And he goes out guns blazing, and he almost backs it up all the way. He's 3rd place. He's actually in 2nd place right now, and he's about to win the whole tournament. And then because the way that I like to make this comparison, it's not a good analogy. It's not a good analogy, but this is basically like a ref blowing a call at the end of Game 7 of a finals, or let's say it's the World Cup's the last game. At the 90th minute of your football game, because I know I have some EU viewers. See, I know some things and cultures about Europe. It's imagining a ref blowing a call at the very last second that basically decides the game in itself. That's basically what a bug happened, and it feels completely terrible for that to happen. Not sure if it's a known bug. It is a bug that I think people have known about, but I guess Dehua was specifically talking about how he knew it. Okay, Mako says it's hard to feel empathy with how much of a rage baiter it is and annoying in all streamers' Twitch chats. Okay, fair enough. So you just don't like Dehua, and that's fine. You guys don't have to like everyone. And you know what? I appreciate Mackles you keeping it real. I appreciate you keeping it a buck, because what you basically say is, I just don't like the guy. So that's fine. At least you're honest about it. But I will say that, like, maybe it got a little uncomfortable for some people, but I think we need to allow people to be themselves, and we want to see that emotion. I do want to see that emotion. I want to see people care, because the reality is we get the opposite end of the extreme very often. We get so many people who come on and said, well, this game didn't matter to me. I don't care. It's Mickey Mouse. It's Disneyland. It's parking lot. I make more money collecting quarters in my neighborhood. Who cares? TFT competitive is a joke. That shit bothers me way more than people who go into chats and rage bait, and people who post tier list and put Disoap in the bottom 8. Like that doesn't bother me. I mean, obviously I was kind of like half hate watching Daehwa. I was like joking, but not really joking, because I can't believe he disrespected my boy, my goat. But like, it's all about the game. But like, I think when you get fired up about something like because you care about the result that much, I think that's a great thing. It's a great thing. And I just like I actually really dislike the downplay culture of North America, of how every tournament doesn't matter. And you know what? It's influential, and it affects other people, because there's a lot of young guys in the scene who have grown up idolizing like my friends, right? And I say this, and I say this understanding exactly where Soju is coming from when he says all this stuff, where Setsuko is coming from, because they're right. It's not worth their time. TFT is a game. Name a professional game where the top streamers are also the top pros. It doesn't actually. It's actually somewhat mutually exclusive. I think the only exception might be Apex Legends. But like, is there any other game where that's like the case? Maybe Fortnite. Osu. Okay, we're really reaching with Osu. But like, name another game where you really have like the top streamers are also the top competitors, and that's not really the case because it's hard. However, that attitude has affected a lot of other people as well. Like, I look at someone like Spencer, and Phoenix. And these guys are people who, when they first competed, were like 17, 18, 19 years old. And they don't make a lot of money, man. They live at home. At least I know with Phoenix, he literally streams from a garage. And he's like, oh, this is a Disneyland Cup. Parking lot does not matter. Okay, I'm out. I'm going to go play some Valorant. GG. And it's like, man, you are wasting so much opportunity and potential just because you want to look cool in front of your boys. It's cool. I think it's actually the opposite. I think it's cool to care. I think it's cool to want it badly. And you know who? And I think I'm so happy. I am so happy that Disoap cares a lot and Weijin cares. Not to like glaze them up too hard, but it's like, it's so nice to see that the people who get results are the people who care and put time in, and they get on the mic and they say hard work pays off. It doesn't pay off for everybody. Not everyone can succeed, right? The reality is it's a competition. Only a few can make it. But it just feels nice when that happens, because like, it's like, do you want the competitive scene to die? I think a lot of the times the reason why people act like that is because they're jaded. They're jaded and they're bitter because they like, and there is, again, I understand where Setsuko, they're kind of right to say it from their perspective. But the culture around that in North America is frankly embarrassing from like the top down a lot of the times. And so when someone comes on the broadcast and they say, I wanted this more than anything, I worked so hard. Daehwa said that he was like VOD reviewing on his phone on the way back from work, because that's literally how he min-maxed every single second of his day to try to become the best player he could be around his job, because TFT isn't his full-time career. He doesn't have the luxury to just fuck off for 2 weeks and play any game literally with his group of friends and still be able to pay the bills. He's literally a player that's just like putting everything he can in. And so we shouldn't knock him for caring. Setsuko definitely cares. Setsuko does care. It's just and then again, I want to caveat by saying this, like, Setsuko definitely does care. I don't want the takeaway to be like, wow, Frodan's like cooking Setsuko and Soju. I'm not. I'm saying, and I actually have said multiple times that I identify and I understand why they say that, and they're right to feel that way about competition, given their history, given the circumstances around it. But what's difficult is that the negativity around it has infiltrated the ethos of the North American competitive scene. And I think that I wish that wasn't the case. I do think it's starting to shift a little bit because I think Brosev's group cares a lot. I think PMD's group does care, but they're kind of, you know, they're also part of the shit posters. But I think they generally care and they put a lot of time and prep into it. And so I like what I see out of a lot of the younger talent. But I hope that that's something that people age out of. I think the reality is I think some people are going to age out of that because they are running out of excuses long term. For a long time. There's more money being poured into TFT than is justifiable. TFT Esports. I ask this question very often. How much money and ROI do you think Riot makes off of competitive TFT? Just take a guess out there. Like and if you think Riot doesn't care, then just look at how much they're spending on it. They're literally just lighting millions of dollars on fire per quarter, not on a yearly basis. They're actually lighting so much money on fire. They obviously care. It's a time where every company is trying to scale back on their esports initiatives, even within Riot. Within Riot, look at what happened. Look at what's happening to LTA. Does LTA ever happen if LCS and esports is thriving? Absolutely not. They're cutting back on League of Legends esports spending, and it's not even remotely subtle. It's a completely obvious what Riot is doing with League of Legends. They're trying to make it more sustainable because they really feel like they're overspending on money. Riot does care about that. They're not just like generously saying, yeah, you know, who cares? We make our money back in skins because players are going to love our esports, right? That's not a justifiable business model. They're also scaling back on Valorant, by the way. If you guys pay attention, Valorant also had their budget cut this year. Like 100%, and it's very noticeable. But you know, the only game in Riot's ecosystem is getting an increase in funding. We are next. Solus, I'm about to ban you because you're being an idiot. The only game that Riot is actually investing more in, they're making more hires for their game. By the way, every dev, how much news do you see? They're cutting hundreds of employees out of like Activision Blizzard, out of Ubisoft, out of EA. Profits higher than ever before. Time to fire some employees. Great job, guys. We did it. Another launch of Call of Duty 72. You're fired, right? This is literally like news that we see on a weekly basis. They're hiring more people than ever before. They're putting out more content than ever before. They're investing more money into the competitive scene. And the reason why it's like, okay, well, you're just like a Riot bootlicker. You're just not paying attention. In the landscape of what's happening right now, I am dying for positive news to tell me that competitive gaming and esports is not going to die. We're moving to LAN. We're finally, it took a lot. Everyone's going to say finally, right? Everyone's going to be like, finally, it's happening. But Worlds is finally going to be on LAN. We're going to fly players to LAN. Everyone's going online. They're trying to justify cutting LANs to play tournaments online now in every game in esports. You guys need to be thankful that this is what's going on. TFT is thriving. It's actually a great, and it's actually kind of an anomaly because given the current landscape, I can't emphasize this enough. There's so many companies looking to spend less money and cut back because they want to survive long term. And so if the culture is Riot doesn't care, the scene's a joke, everything like that, there is going to be a tipping point where they are going to stop caring if that just becomes too pervasive. And there needs to be people who push back on that. There needs to be people who push back that. I don't want these people to be the majority voice. If that's the majority voice, we're going to lose everything. And then guess what? Everything that you said is going to happen. And then you're going to be just like every other scene. I come from StarCraft. I come from Hearthstone. I come from other games in the past, like Smash Bros. Melee. I've casted that game. And I come from other, and they all romanticize the days of the past. That's literally what they do. They get around and they talk about how great things used to be. They talk about how great things used to be because and they're like, man, if you could only go back to those times. We are in the golden days of TFT. You guys are going to look back at the time and wish, like I tell this all the time. for people who are going to Worlds for the first time, if you're competing in your region for the first time, take it seriously because you don't know when the next chance is that you're going to be able to get around, to do it again. One of these days, sometime in the future, it's going to be the last TFT World Championship. I don't know when, but it's going to be the last time. It's going to be the last LAN that we've done this or done for a competition. It's going to be the last time I do a co-stream. Maybe it's because I'm just getting older, but like the reality is time is finite. You might think that you have all the time in the world, but if you spend your time just complaining that other people don't care enough when they have all this mountains of evidence on the contrary, you're doing yourself a disservice in the best time of your life. This is such an amazing blessing, just in general, that we could gather around about a goddamn video game that is masked. It's a casino. It's a casino video game that has a competitive scene that we all get to laugh and enjoy it, and also get hyped and excited about it. We get to share about it. We're all passionate about it. TFT is a real passionate community, and we're driven purely about excitement for the game. And we need to value that. It's actually a precious gem in the midst of like every scene that's just propped up by hype and money. Like Marvel Rivals, man. I was suffering from secondhand embarrassment when teams were like announcing our Marvel Rivals esports team. I'm like, this game's not gonna even last for the rest of the year. Like, I'm like, are you kidding me? All it is just the same group of FPS players who get in on the beta and get good at the beta, and they're like, or like the very beginning of the stages, and then be like, I'm gonna be a professional pro at this. And it's like, you're just gonna do this for the next competitive FPS that comes out until you're 35, and then realize that you didn't do anything when you're 20s because you just hop from game to game. And like, that's what esports is for a lot of games and scenes. But TFT is built on something real. It's built on, like, this literally all started because we wanted it to happen. Do you think Riot would even try TFT esports if we didn't care nearly as much? I mean, yeah, they probably would. They tried it for other games. But we're sticking around. Like, look at what happened in Legends of Runeterra. It could have easily been Legends of Runeterra. It's crazy that literally right next door to us, we watched what happened to Legends of Runeterra, and we're acting like this. And when I say we, I'm talking about the loud minority. What I want to happen, my takeaway here isn't just a lecture and talk. I'm not trying to be condescending. I understand that it might come off as such, especially if you feel like I'm targeting you. I'm not. I'm trying to talk about what we can do collectively. Is that we can be louder about things that we enjoy. We can be more engaged. We can appreciate what's going on, because the reality is it's not going to last forever, and we're going to wish that it was. We're going to wish that we were more vocal if those people take over the room. We were a game mode in League of Legends that, you know, worked sometimes, because TFT has so many problems and bugs. And now look at how far we come. We're a whole standalone vertical game within Riot Games, and we're one of the biggest like strategy games in the world, I guess. It's crazy. We need to stop the negativity towards Mortdog. That's a different topic. That's a different topic. I'm not here to talk about like more. I'm not here to be like, this is all the problems we need to fix. Again, I'm trying not to point at individuals. I'm talking about collective as a community. What can we do now? What can we do now to make sure that this thing can keep going? Because I mean, and listen, I'm self-interested. This is my full-time gig. I'm self-interested. I want this to continue to succeed because I specifically benefit from it. And so, yes, I am very biased. If you want TFT esports to die because you think it's a joke of a game, and because your favorite streamer got banned, or because you think Riot makes terrible balance decisions because Zeri and Exotech is too strong for 2 weeks, I get it. Okay, it is what it is. We're not gonna see eye to eye. But for me, I admit it at least that I am biased because I want it to succeed. But I truly believe TFT is a special community. If I was trying to do things for money, and all I cared about, I would have actually continued to pursue things that I felt like would have been best. I would have done something else. But I stay in TFT because I really truly believe that this game and this community and the competitive scene has something special. That's just me. That's just me. How did this rant start? Is this a rant? Do I rant? Am I a ranter? It started because we were flaming this guy for hate watching Setsuko. I feel like the word rant makes it like reductive. You're making it sound like I'm just some old man yelling at clouds. Is talking on stream in long form considered ranting? It's like when kids. It reminds me of when kids are like, "Stop yelling at me." When all you said was like, "Hey, can you like stop doing that?" They're like, "Ah, yeah, I got yelled at." Ranting is not inherently bad. Let's see, ranting. Ranting typically it refers to speaking in a loud and angry and often exaggerated or incoherent way. It often involves expressing emotions such as anger, frustration, or even joy in a way that is uncontrolled and potentially disruptive. I was loud, though. Was I loud? I don't feel like I'm very loud. I was impassioned, though. Filled with intense feeling. That is true. Ardent. I like that. Fiery. Anyways, I'm off my soapbox. And if there's one thing that I can say again, it's not. I'm not saying like, okay, like I want it, just like I said, it's important. Okay, I want to say one more thing. Sorry, let me back up. Do you know why Soju and Setsuko also like and other people act like that? It's because they actually do care. That's just how they express it. They're not like great about it. It's often seen as unproductive. But like if they didn't care, they wouldn't rant about it at all. Soju actually cares about the competitive scene a lot. He actually sacrifices. I'm not even exaggerating. I think he sacrifices millions of dollars for tournaments because he cares about competing. He cares about scrimming. He cares about like doing other like he didn't have to go to Macau and and co-stream it and then like play 3 games and go 7-7-7. I mean, he did it. I mean, he did it because he loves being part of the scene and community. They actually care. They care a lot. And so if you're like a person who says Frodan is right, he's right. Again, I should be like, if these guys are yapping, I should type in their chat and tell shut the fuck up. Frodan said be positive. That is literally the worst possible takeaway you could do. They express it because they care. You know what? To answer the question previously, how did this all start? Is because Dehua, we were watching Dehua talk about his games, and he got really upset and he was very emotional. And I was saying that it's cool that players show emotion because they care. That's how it started. I got caught up in a yap whirlwind. It's cool to care. That's like my takeaway. It's cool to care, and everyone shows in different ways how much they care. Some people flame riot. Some people flame themselves. Some people don't say anything because they don't want to unleash that emotion, and some people pour it out all on stream in a call, like Dehua did on an interview. Can you show the clip? I mean, I did before, but I can show it again. Basically, his Yumi 3 fizzled. The way Yumi fizzles is that she casts, but she doesn't deal damage. So you'll see it's pretty. It happened a couple times, but it's more obvious now against Galio. She's casting and not dealing damage to Galio at all. No damage marker at all. So he's playing Amp win out from Cypher. He loses, and he loses his cool. He is not. He is very, very upset. He's pounding his desk. He's screaming. He deleted the clip officially. Bros have linked me a clip. But yeah. Bugs are the most frustrating thing by far. I leveled with him. I said I think bugs are terrible. I personally hate bugs and TF. I hate losing to bugs more than I hate losing to imbalance by like a big margin. Like, but based on like my opponent exploiting it and also myself things not working. It is I can forgive imbalances actually like really easily because that's just like a logical natural thing that happens. You get 1-2 things wrong in TFT, it blows balance out of proportion. But bugs, especially long-standing bugs, are extremely frustrating to me. Oh yeah, and also I think he loses another one after this as well. Can you link the Reddit thread in chat? Which one? So I would say that one of the best ways you guys can show TFT that you care is commenting more on things like this. Maybe you hate Reddit. you know, we have a TF. You can post more about TFT social media. I started a TFT shit post circle that you guys can all join and just like talk about TFT. I'm just like posting there from time to time. It's just fun. I think I had exclamation point community. You guys can just hang out. Like we just be more active, and you don't have to like, it doesn't have to be like thank you Riot Daddy Mark Merrill for doing it. You don't have to be like that. It's just more like engaging more, watching more, talking about it in a good way. Because that's what that's what they're doing it for. Like they literally, like Riot literally opens I watch them open these threads after each tournament. Like I'm literally sitting with Riot people. They literally open these threads and they don't care if the comments are negative. You know what they care about the most? You know what they care about the most? I think they care if no one says anything. If no one says anything, that's when they get really sad. If it's like one comment, they're like, fuck, we failed. But if you're like literally typing 50 comments of like, hey, like this tournament sucked, or like, nice job, 5 people playing Zeri, or trainer Golems again, can we ban the shit? They like at least know that you guys care. And that they're happy about that. So like, if you want to flame Riot, flame Riot. I'm not saying not to flame it. I'm saying specifically, it's just say something. If you want to be like, I want to help and contribute. All right. Anyways, what are we talking about in chat? Oh shit, Setsugu in chat. Ramped up LeBlanc with Gunblade, defending more mana from damage. I don't think it's that close. Oh, let me see. You know, I was just focused so much on the Yumi, I didn't even realize I didn't actually really think about the context of that. I mean, regardless of what happened, I think like losing in that way. Again, the comparison that I make a lot of times is it's like a blown ref call at the end. That's what it feels like. Either way, the argument could be that if he loses this fight, does he go 8th? I guess as well, because the other thing too is, does he lose again? Because he lost after this, and then he was playing for first, so like he has to just outplace Bobster. Did you hope Setsuko would take the boxers out? I didn't realize that he was in such a desperate position, man. I thought that was reserved for Worlds. Although I don't think he can be taken. I don't think he can be taking his boxers off. Or sorry, he definitely can't take his boxers off at Worlds. I don't think he could take his pants off at Worlds Land. But you know what would actually be kind of sick? If Setsuko walks up on Worlds Land stage, he takes down his pants, and then revealed underneath that was another set of pants. And it's like, oh my God, there's layers. Like he's wearing pants on top of pants. And then that way he could like, it's kind of like Frieza revealing different forms. Can you buy him tearaway pants? We can have something for Vitality. Yeah. I work at a game company and there's an entire feedback Slack with feedback from Reddit and Discord. Yes. Post on Discords, talk about it in Reddit. That's like the best way to go about it. Again, I hope this entire Yab session is just to talk about that caring is cool. That's really about it. I'm not talking about to like flame anybody. Not trying to tell everyone to like, I'm just saying just caring is cool because we all care. We all care. And we all care in our own special ways. So don't flame Dihua. Don't flame any streamer I was talking about. The whole point is we all care. Let's watch some APAC, shall we? Okay. That's enough of that. It's enough of that. Do you know he made Worlds without winning a single game? Who? Setsuko? Wait, what's this? Is this highlights? Oh, this is highlights. This is highlights. I mean, that's pretty badass. Although I do think that Setsuko got robbed in a couple games. He definitely got robbed in a couple games. Oh wait, is this actual? No. This is yesterday's highlights. This is title. Title missed on day 3. This is the results of APAC. I want to watch a little bit of APAC because people were talking about APAC finals. And I need to, as a person that covers Worlds, I need to find out how good these Worlds players are. Damn. Wait a second. This would have been a crazy top 8 if Title and YBY made it. I'm flaming Robin songs. For Nefiri reroll? Oh, dude, the Nefiri reroll for Robin was hilarious. I can't believe he played Nefiri reroll, man. Unbelievable. Is this day 3? Ngay 3. I'm pretty sure that means day 3, right? Okay. I think that means day 3. I think this is game 1. Let's go ahead and watch it. Okay, so final lobby, I'm gonna watch it at a 1.25 speed. I'm watching at 1.25 speed here. Okay, so this is, I don't know what portal this is. Are there any people who speak Vietnamese? What is Gala Hoang Kim for the portal? I'm not sure. Oh wait, maybe I could put CC trans. Oh my god, the closed captions are crazy. Sometimes they go crazy. I need to auto translate to English. Hold on 1 second. So sometimes these captions go crazy. Golden Gala? Okay. Okay, but the thing is, the captions are like too big. I need to like make them. Oh, I can put it here. All right, I guess I'll put it like. How do I make it smaller? Subtitles, options, font, window. How do I make it smaller? It's like so big. Font size. Oh, font size. 50%. All right, perfect. Thank you. Man, you guys are beasts. Okay. Tiniest Titan, long distance pals, prize fighter. I speak Vietnamese and this is 100% accurate. Dude, there's some weird translations of it, but it's pretty funny. Is this the cup? Oh, you're right. This is the cup. What the? Oh, sorry. I like literally clicked. Okay. Oh, you're right. This is from 7 days ago. Oh, you're right. All right, I guess we're gonna do Taiwanese then. Streamed 1 day ago. Okay, sorry. Day 3. Oh wait, this is in English. Is it? They're doing English Oh, they have an English broadcast. Sorry, false alarm. All right, let's start. So the final lobby was Steppy, GD Royale, NguyenVux, YBY, Taro, Yatsuhashi, and Summer Timer. All right, this is Prismatic. Okay, sorry about that. Low Steppy is Tristan. Oh, it's Steppy and Tristan. Okay. All right, can I do... there's no translation for this. That's fine. I'll do it in 1.5, though. Oh, no, it looks like I already have that. Okay. It was 4 VN versus 4 APAC and 0 Korea. 4v4. I'd be a little scared if I was in a lobby with 4 Vietnamese players. I missed the weekend. Did Emily Wang qualify for Worlds? Oh, she did. She is going to be at Worlds this set. Finally, Emily Wang's going to be at Worlds. As my co-streamer. That's right. It'll be Emily Wang, Ramblin', and Frodan covering the World Finals. My God. Live from Dallas, Texas. She made it. Pirates. Double trouble. There's no way. There's no tech here, right? There's no tech. Where's Greg? He's in Utah. He is in Utah. Oh, wait a second. I need to book hotel. Do you want to know like a little fun story? It's not really that fun, but like a little a limerick, if you will. It's kind of funny. It's not a limerick actually. I don't even know what the word means. I just want to use that word and sound smart. But I'm actually kind of dumb. Riot is doing Block Hotel buying for World, right? They're flying all the players and the co-streamers stuff like that, and they're putting us in a hotel. I asked them if they could get one more hotel room for Ramblin', and I'll just pay them back. And they said no, but what you can do is use our hotel discount code for blocking when you pay for it. Except when I use their code, it actually increases the price of the hotel room. If I book it separately away from them and don't use any code, it's actually $15 cheaper per night. Yeah, and I was like, I don't know how to tell you that. I like messaged Riot. I'm like, I don't know how to tell you this, but you guys are getting scammed. I'm not sure exactly. I'm pretty sure you guys just got finessed. Whoever did the negotiating with the Hilton, I think you guys are getting fleeced. So I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna book separately. I'm not sure how that happened. What's the difference between Steppy and Lil Steppy? I think it's Tristan from Singapore as well. Wait, Lifelong Learning Mundo. I've heard about this deck. Lifelong Learning Mundo. Oh no, it's Graves. It's Graves. Oh wait, Lifelong Learning Graves? Or is it Mundo? He has like the Seraphine 2 and the extra Seraphines. Stay at my hotel. I own the Hyatt chains. Oh snap! You're like Mr. Hyatt. Well, I think we're like in Frisco or something. We're like I think the World's Land is like in Frisco, Texas. I'm not sure if you have any chains there. Join the Hyatt. I mean, listen, man. If they get a better discount rate, I'm down. If I was playing Mundo but accidentally got Graves too, I'd play it for a minute. Yeah, it depends. If you like natural a lot of he has a sword. If he naturals a lot of copies of Graves, you could definitely think about it. I think doesn't Lifelong Learning need you to actually survive though? Let me see. It's been a while since I've seen this augment. Lifelong Learning. Your units gain 2% health every round if they survive combat. They gain additional 3 AD and AP. Yeah. So that's kind of hard to do if you're not really strong early. Dude, why took Pirates? I love it. High-end shopping, Pirates, Lifelong Learning. Dude, APAC's cooking. You already know. If NA is doing this, it's like 5 people taking like upper mobility and I guess like high-end shopping's kind of the same thing. But I feel like NA would be taking so much econ. I feel like APAC's taken they take some woke augments. Like NA's a lot safer in that regards. At least that's what we saw. They take like they take like the lower risk stuff. But YBY takes higher volatility like Pirates. I mean, I do think there are a handful of NA players who would take Pirates though. I think like I feel like someone like Bopster would take Pirates. I'm not sure why though. I just get the I suppose I saw him take Spoils of War in the spot that I didn't think he would take Spoils of War, so I just feel like he would. Setsuko? Yeah, Setsuko could probably take Pirates and make it work. If like the thing is, when someone like Setsuko clicks it, it feels like I could understand when and why. But then there's some players who might click it that I'm just like, oh, I'm not sure how it's gonna work. So let's see how it works out. Like they would because Bobster took Spoils of War and then lost streak with it, and we were like, oh god, or not like lose streak. He like didn't win that many fights. It was like mid streak / lose streak Spoils of War. Like, oh man, I hope this works out because I'm not seeing the vision right now. Are there any stats that show if Cool Pack was ever played in a tournament? Not as far as I know. Oh, I yap for so long. Ads are coming. I didn't play ads between the yap session. I didn't play ads between the yap session and the APAC. Sorry. So ads are gonna come in real quick. I'm just gonna have to let them play in the middle of the game. I mean, I guess I could just pause. We can just pause and chill for a bit. We can play Wordle for 3 minutes. How about that? Let's play Wordle for 3 minutes while we wait for ads to finish. That way you guys don't miss the content. Okay. BRB. 4 letters. Oh, wow. How about... What's the first 4 letter that comes to your mind? Just like in general. Wait, why can't I think of any 4-letter words in TFT? Porn. Greg. Not a valid English word. Wow. That's wild, actually. That's wild. Zyra, though, that's okay. That's like kind of hard because these are like letters that you don't see very often. But wait, what? Did you cheat, Barry? Come on now. That's crazy. You won in one try. We literally won out of 6 of this. No, come on, man. That's crazy. How did you actually do? There's actually 4. Someone said gin. Gin's another 4-letter word. What were you saying? Well, because Z and Y are like, okay, Y could be used, but Z is not a very common letter. I swear I did not cheat. You won in one try. That's kind of amazing, man. It's kind of amazing. All right, we have 2 more minutes until ads are over. Mentorship, Healing Orbs, Eye for Night, Kingslayer. Mentorship. Okay, so how about calculated loss? Good for something. Pair of 4s, little buddies. Okay, God, so many of these are like econ. I was gonna say econ augments. There's like econ. So like it's not just like straight up econ. How about like little buddies and pair of 4s? It's kind of like something to do with like 4 costs. Is there anything else like that? Is there anything else like that? What about mentorship? Oh, right, because mentorship could have to do with higher tier units as well. And then superstar. Superstar says if you like 3-star 1 cost, though. That's not exactly it. What are you playing? I'm playing something called TFT Connections. You have to basically find 4 groups of 4 and find what connects all 4 of them. Superstars because it's based on unit costs. Oh, I see. So the category is unit costs. Oh, that's true. Right. So we were mostly there. Then we have let's see, Bronze for Life and Stand United. Diversified portfolio. And then what was the last one? I guess Climb the Ladder is like trait related-ish. These are all like trait related augments. Augments granting stats based on active traits. That's true. And then we have Healing Orbs, Eye for Night, Kingslayer, Cold Shot, Calculate Loss, good for something. So this is just like on death. Yo. And then this is just streak oriented stuff. I guess it's like, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like streak oriented. Oh, it's sorry. Augments triggered on combat and win loss. Yeah, fair enough. Not bad. All right, ads are over. Welcome back. We were waiting for you guys. We were waiting for all the plebs in chat. Welcome back. Diversified grants stats. They don't grant stats. It's based on your traits. It grants gold based off your number of traits. The more traits you have active, the better. Okay, hold on one second. I got a notification from my agent. I have to do a panel thing for later, so I'm downloading the image. I'm gonna play a waifu game later today. It's actually pretty. That looks pretty cool. I have to watch the trailer and then play a waifu game. I will warn you, there are some scantily dressed, I guess, men and women. You may be aroused during gameplay. I'm pretty sure that's intentional, though. So we'll see. Next time you want to avoid ads, use your Prime sub. That's true. Kathis, thanks so much for the sub. I missed that as well. Appreciate that. I don't actually have my stream labels up. Sorry about that. Pumping up and slamming. Pumping up into AD. That makes sense. Rageblade, Kraken. Pretty basic stuff. I wish you were my scantily dressed waifu. Me? You see the shorts I was rocking all weekend? That was for you. But the next one will be Prime sub gated. I'm gonna edit out my legs, but subs get to uncover it. All right, Trickster's Glass. Trickster's Glass. He opened a Portable Forge, probably just to get some artifact tempo so that he could fast 9. And Trickster's Glass has some decent applications. You can put on like a frontline tank if you really want. You can also put on Aurora. I've seen people play double carry as well, like if they hit like, 2 Urgots or something like that. You can put it temporarily on him because he doesn't have that many items, so you just gotta do what you gotta do. Plus, it gives you crit, and he's an executioner, so it's not even that bad. How much for a lat spread? Joel's from you because you're asking for it. You can't afford it. Costs as much as a Z job. Last stand for Yatsuhashi, by the way. We got a last stand player. Is this Pandora's with Cypher? It might be. Someone took no. Oh wait, why boy took Pirates into Noble Sacrifice? That Augment combo is. That might be the first time I've ever seen that Augment combo, and those are 2 unusual picks. Very low pick rates. Is it me or is it Pandora's bench a pretty broken Sora? It's very broken. It's very broken. I'm pretty sure Pandora's bench is probably 2 weak at silver, but too weak at gold tier. But at silver, it's like super broken. They probably need to make Pandora's bench like 2 slots instead of 3 or something. It's like way too good, man. But the thing is, the stats on Pandora's bench always don't look very good because a lot of players who don't really play bench, it's a high skill augment. A lot of people like don't play bench correctly, and so they just die. Hey, I watch your YouTube. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. We're watching the Asia Pacific Regional Finals. Get to watch some Vanguard marksman action. Fast 9. There's actually, I want to see YBY's Pirates. I want to see YBY's Pirates. That sounds really interesting. High-end shopping, Cypher as well. Rageblade, Gunblade. Seen a lot of Rageblade LeBlanc. Rageblade is not like... so is Rageblade considered BIS on LeBlanc? I think it's just considered like a good item, but not... Because you need to also... Surprisingly, the composition can be awkward with itemization if you don't get tiers. And so Rageblade's a good alternative to that. More dog, thank you for 25 months. Radiant item. The rework was good for casters. Yeah, I asked this question to Rain and Asa over the weekend. Do you consider the Rageblade rework successful? And I think most people said yes. I would say that like Rageblade still feels around the same for like Aphelios and Zeri. Like I honestly don't even really feel like I noticed the difference, even though I know it's different. But the fact that it's like slammable on LeBlanc and Annie feels like a win, because it's no longer like, okay, this guy's a Rageblade holder and then this person's like a blue buff holder. It feels like you actually have some options now. All 8 players auto qualify, so they're playing for the money. Yeah, but like the reason why I mean, the money matters, man. I don't know how to break it to you for some of the people in chat here, but not everyone who plays TFT are like rich, multi-millionaire, retired from CS:GO skin trading like Milk. There's a lot of people who, like, if they win, they get $14,000, something like that. That's a lot, especially in poorer countries. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So winning the money, it's not. We're not really playing for peanuts anymore. 14K is a lot. The cups, though, the cups are usually like, you know, so some people it's like a few $100s in terms of placement differences. I can understand if that doesn't feel as big for them. But 14,000 is like a lot, man. I mean, that's actually specifically what got Dehua really sad, because he felt like he lost like $7,000. So it happens. It's also the fact that Rageblade doesn't scale with itself anymore, and double Rageblade isn't best anymore on attack speed, making the itemization for those a lot healthier. Yeah, the double Rageblade has been a problem. Has been a problem. So it's true. It's what made the Fairy Kalista thing so oppressive. I mean, we've talked about it many times on the stream, right? That Rageblade has kind of been a problem for a while, but like, we said like literally like changing or taking Rageblade out of the game would be a mistake. I guess we specifically said taking Rageblade out. Changing Rageblade, someone suggested making it unique, and that's kind of what they did without doing that exactly. They found a solve that sort of makes Rageblade mostly unique, although you can still play double Rageblade, and it's actually not that terrible, but it's also not Biss. Is Lil Steppy his brother? No, it's just his this is his friend, Tristan. He named himself Lil Steppy. It's kind of like if Phoenix named himself Soju Jr. or something. I'm just trying to make an analogy. I don't know. Since he's not here, can we talk about the Dehua thing? I spent an hour talking about it, actually. I don't think I need to talk about it much more. What's done is done. I think we should move on. It's not that like I want people to. It's not like I want people to stop talking about it or whatever. Just I don't think we need to harp on it more. IIWII. Iwi. It is what it is. It is what it is. Pretty basic augments. We got like wait, something like Ascension, but it was like Mace's Will, Overheal, Duo Q, Big Grab Back, stuff like that. It is what it is. I mean, that phrase actually sometimes just hard carries your mental. If you're ever really thinking about it and you just like you get stun locked, if you just keep saying this phrase, it might actually help you move on with some harder subjects in general. It's actually a mental hack. You just say it is what it is, and you just move on. Okay, so that guy just playing Street Demon? He's just playing straight up Street Demon. He's playing 5 Street Demon, 4 Techies. YBY is just he's literally playing a 14.1 comp. As you guys know, we name things based off the patch numbers in sets now. Set 14. He's literally playing a set 14 comp, a set 14 or patch 14.1 comp. He's playing 5 Street Demon, 4 Techies with Mordekaiser. That's crazy. By any chance, playing for money, does this go with what you said in one of your videos, how certain regions grief and other regions hold a secure spot? It can happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen because there's some competitive integrity problems with that, but yeah. Slayer Vex. 6 Slayer Vex? Blue buff rate. Wow. These are some interesting builds. He's also, I think, 8th place. But NguyenVux, I mean, this guy's cooking. I've never even thought about playing Slayer Vex, I guess, for the Omnivamp. Because Slayer, I guess Vex does overheal damage or something. Crazy. Did he just skip Galio? Oh no, he has Draven. Sorry, I missed that. I thought I was like, dude, if you skip Galio, this guy's crazy. There's no way he's skipping Galio. Yatsuhashi on the Zeta. Ooh, Draven 3. You know, it makes me feel like when you have Draven 3, but you have LeBlanc 2 and LeBlanc 2 has 2 Radiant items, it feels like you kind of need to either hit the LeBlanc 3 or it just feels bad to have your items stuck on a 2-star. Okay, you got the LeBlanc 3 though. It's good. He still has Last Stand. I think his spot is so good. This guy just wins the game, right? Hello, I finally got the diamond again. I plan on getting masters. Any tips on not getting hard stuck? Yeah, probably. If you've never gotten to masters, I would say that one of the keys to climbing is not to overplay and to watch your games back. Play fewer games and watch more of your own games and play more methodically. If you bought for like 3 times in a row, just stop playing and like watch some games. See if you can spot any mistakes. And if you're grinding through diamond, you're definitely making a lot of mistakes that you should be able to identify. Did Title make worlds? I do not believe he did. I think so. What I was told is that literally everyone in this lobby made worlds because of this qualifier spots, like distribution. Okay, this is Urgot, Boombot, Zach 2. Garen. Robin Songs released a short on YouTube 5 days on his take and the difference between Diamond and Master. I mean, I've talked about it like many times throughout my stream, but I would say that the biggest thing about Diamond players that like get them stuck and not able to get to Masters is that Diamond players understand like a lot of the meta, but they follow like the rules like too much. They like don't understand when to do things differently. They basically like play by the book, and they greed too hard for like the specific items, and they're like Diamond players tend to have like the best items ever. Like I look at their items builds, and it's just like, dude, your items are perfect. But like at the same time, they're like, I look at their match history and it's like, well, I don't understand. I have like the best items and I have my units and my augments aren't even bad. Why did I go 6th here? And I'm like, it's probably because it's like you greed too much. You probably greed too much. You probably think so much along the lines of like what the guides tell you, and you aren't playing with the idea that other players in the lobby exist. You don't play as if other players are in the lobby trying to beat you. You play as if all you're trying to do is collect. Like you're trying to play like a single player game. You're trying to play solitaire. But you know what? You know the good, and that's why sometimes Diamond players are actually not even bad to have as chatters backseating. Because sometimes I say like, I don't even know what Biss is, and somehow the Diamond players kind of know. I'm like, I asked earlier, is Rageblade Biss on LeBlanc? And I feel like they would know better than me. sometimes because they're like, nope, I looked it up. Nope, Mr. Frodan, I know the answer. They raise their hand. They're sitting front row. Like if I were to map out a classroom of desks for students, Diamond players are in the front row, man. I know the answer. No, it's actually only a minus 0.1 delta. You really want Gunblade and a mana item, like blue buff. Like, that's correct. That is entirely correct. Oh, I actually kind of thought that there was a chance that Royal would have been the snipe, but the LeBlanc ends up doing it. The LeBlanc is so good at these cleanup fights. That's why when we saw one of the counters to LeBlanc was just stuff. One of the LeBlanc player yesterday struggled to kill anything because the void spawn. There were like 3 ZZ rods, and she just kept using all her burst into the ZZ rods and just couldn't kill fast enough. Because if you just get stuff in the way, LeBlanc just can't kill it. But when there's like only 2-3 units, she just kills backline every single time. This guy's rolling for Galio 3. Oh, 2 Gallios in the same shop. I mean, he's been rolling for a while, so it's only a matter of time. He also still has some triggers last night. I think Yatsuhashi already won the game. But that seals the deal. That seals the deal. 3rd Z item, perfectly fine. He also had a duplicator, by the way. I just realized. He has a dupe on his bench. Okay. What do you think about pre-leveling to 4 before first augment? It's generally pretty terrible. Don't do it. It's like far too committal for something that like only works out like 1 of every 50 to 100 games. If you listen to the podcast that me and Disup do, we talk about those concepts all the time, like all those corner case stuff. The TFT Study Hall podcast with Frodan and Disup. Wow. We've talked about that kind of stuff a lot in the past. You should check it out if you want to know about like fundamental concepts. Because we could answer a bunch of like those small things, but if you just literally listen to the podcast. I'm diamond because I've played 50 games of ranked and I watched more than 50 games of Frodan. Well, I mean, you can't climb if you don't play. That's definitely another thing too. You got to play more games. There is one sort of like inconvenient truth about TFT is that the more you play, the more you generally will climb. That's not true for every person, and that's not true to a certain extent. But like you will literally never climb to like masters or GM if you don't play the game. So you have to play. Keep it up. Where's the podcast? It's on Spotify. It's on YouTube. You can search for it. It's called TFT Study Hall. If you ever are wondering where it is, just literally go to TFT Academy, and there's this thing called Study Hall. And just so open. Every patch we go through it. 14.2. We're missing 14.5 because this was doing stuff. This is 14.6. I'm gonna probably meet up with him tomorrow to do 14.7. Six Vanguard, 2 Marksman. Okay, that should be it, right? I don't think there's anything Marksman Vanguard guy can do to the 5 Cypher player. Should be over. I mean, I'll watch it. I'll watch like one more fight, but I don't think this carousel swung anything. He also hasn't even activated Last Stand. Like he's losing and he's not even activating last. He's just literally down an entire gold augment. Are pro players allowed to forfeit? I think that under certain circumstances they should be allowed to, but generally speaking, no, they are not allowed to. Like yesterday, we saw Cambuli go up against who was it? Cambly went up against somebody, and neither of them could literally. Robin. I think neither of them could actually like do anything. Was it Robin? I don't remember. But like, if Cam went first and the other player went second, or if inversed, it would not change the tournament. You should just be allowed to forfeit there. Basically, 2 players where the fights are not remotely close. Well, that's like less. I would say that that's still like situational because that's all for interpretation. Like if Yatsuhashi is like, wow, this fight is not close, I lost, I'm just gonna forfeit. I don't think you should be able to do that because that actually creates a lot of win trading scenarios in TFT. But I would say that if it's literally like a situation where it's not impactful at all to the overall like final lobby type stuff, like I think it's fine. But that's just me. If you got an uncontested line, should you go fast or roll for smaller upgrades and try to win but get there later? An uncontested line? If you get an uncontested line, you're trying to go fast 8. It depends on kind of your HP spot, but I would say that generally speaking, do the play that maximizes your chance to hit. With respect to your position in the lobby. So if you're win streaking and you're ahead, you can do a play where you like level and wait for people to roll and then roll yourself. But if you wait too late, the problem with like playing a quote uncontested line is that other people hold your units. There's very few things of like you're truly uncontested. The only like uncontested units are like Brand and like Ziggs, that kind of stuff. But it's rare for you to be truly uncontested. But if you are actually uncontested on the 4 cost, I would say that just rolling like a little bit later than your opponents is generally something that you could think about so you can maximize your gold efficiency. Okay, let's get ready for the next game. Oh, dude, they have chat on these CRTs. That's crazy, actually. What the heck? This set design is actually kind of cool. I mean, it looks a little tight, but the set design is actually kind of cool. I like that. Is that Clement? Yeah, it's Clement. I've always been interested how many pro players can live off the pro scene and sponsors in TFT. I would say like 2. 2 players per region can live off of it. There's really no such thing as like a player that lives off of their winnings and sponsorship. Extremely rare. I would say that most of them either are living below their means. So if they like make only a little bit of money, they live at home with parents, or they're just like living very humbly. Or they already are financially secure. Or they are just not actually financially secure and they're hoping that it works out. I am KQ2. Thanks for 7 months. Disso got 300,000 from 2 worlds. Right, that's one person. That is one person. This is game 2. This is Treasure Armory. Will Soju join the co-stream now because Setsugo made it? Maybe. I messaged him about the thing about the Soju guy is that he says a lot of things. He says if Setsuko qualifies, I'll come out to Texas, maybe. He says, "Oh, I have some laptops I'll give away if players win this competition." Yeah, maybe. He says, "Oh, yeah, I'll definitely go first this game. Trust." Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he says a lot of things, basically. Okay, we got Shaco. Don't forget about taxes. Oh, yeah, definitely pay your taxes. Draven and Galio for Steppy. Amazing spot. Draven and Galio. That's pretty good. Are you calling him a liar? Soju? No, not at all. I was just saying that you never know. He says he might come out to Texas. I think he's like saying like he's thinking about it. Yeah, Vi, amazing spot for Steppy. But yeah, you never know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm down to peer pressure him though. Like maybe if we all threaten to like, you know, unsub. I mean, he actually told you not to sub anyways. Okay, never mind. There's no real. It's an empty threat. It's an empty threat. Setsuko's still waiting for the laptop. No, I think Soju gave him the laptop because I think he needed it to stream or like he needed it for like Macau. So Soju did end up giving it to him. Listen, man, he's a man of his word. A year and a half later, you will get the laptop. He didn't. To be fair, he did say if you win this tournament that I throw, you will win a laptop. He didn't technically say when you would get it. I thought he won 2 laptops. I think he did, but he doesn't need 2 laptops. I think he gave one to his. I think Soju gave one to his dad. and you know what? I respect that, man. He's taking care of his family. Oh, my producer said to set my camera to auto. All right, give me a sec. 1 second. Let me try to fix my camera. Oh, I'm back. The lighting is restored. Hello. Sorry, it got a little dark in here for a bit. But finally, my lighting is restored. Change the camera. What are you using for a camera? I'm using a Sony. Oh, we have a grief off. It's Steppy versus NguyenVux. Okay, so Nguyen gets the win there. That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I think I used the Sony. I think it's the 6300. If I remember correctly. Yatsuhashi takes Exotech. Okay. Trial run. Taro took a portable forge. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, trial run is chassis. Chassis is really good. Very nice. Good tempo here for Yatsuhashi. What lens? I think I just used the basic lens. I don't have. I can just read what it says on my screen. 0.25M/0 8211-030M/0 dot. Now it's like underneath my lens. 98 TT. Just tell Soju there's a casino. He'll show up. I'm sure there's a casino somewhere. All right, prize fighter into AD. I'm curious about the new patch. I mean, I do think watching this is important for context of Worlds, so I can understand how these players are going into the Worlds. But they are playing on the old patch. China apparently is playing on the new patch. We might do that tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll watch some China. China Regionals happening. Like, did it just finish? China's playing on the new patch, which should make it much more exciting. Let me see. Ooh. It's not even done. Oh, China Regionals is this weekend? Or the finals is this weekend? Ooh, okay. That'll be fun to look forward to. There's still plenty more CN regionals to go. Yeah, that'll be exciting to watch. That'll be exciting to watch. We can watch that tomorrow. I do want to play a little bit today before the sponsor stream. I have to play 2 hours of the sponsor stream, so that'll probably be at like 2 p.m. or something like that, 3 p.m. Okay. Worth the wait, Silas. Okay. GD Royale, YBY, Skarner 2. Is my camera like too bright now? I feel like I'm like too lit up. Let me like reset my camera because I had to like adjust it based on I'm just gonna go default here. Yeah, it's like I'm like too bright. It just feels like it's like I'm too hot. The term is not hot like attractive. It's like hot as in like the brightness of the camera. Like the camera, it makes me look too hot. Death cap on Jax. Okay. Archangels, Void Staff, Morgana. Is this guy playing AP? Is this guy playing Dynamo? He has Vanguard Dynamo, Archangels, Void Staff, Fire Sale. So he's trying to go fast 9. That's fine. Stairs Cage is like a slam that people play for like the Vanguard, so like makes sense. What do you feel? Questions for the podcast? On our Discord for TFT Academy, there's like questions for just Soap and Frodan or Study Hall question stuff. Dude, this guy took late game specialist. He got his streak griefed, so he's playing late game specialist, calculated loss. Okay, so he's just gonna lose this as well. This guy found Cho'Gath. He moved his items from Jax to Cho'Gath 1. Already playing around Cho'Gath. Interesting. I mean, with the Warmog, the Cho'Gath is probably better. Tempo Genius, YBY. Okay, he's gonna save. Okay, we have blue buff, Manazane. And we have 3 Cypher. So how many people are playing Cypher in this lobby? I guess this guy's playing Cypher reroll because he has Manazane LeBlanc. Taro's going to play Cypher reroll. Nguyen's playing Cypher fast 9. Steppy is just playing Cypher in general. It's crazy, man. A big part of this too is just because Cypher is just so busted. I mean, Cypher is still good on 14.7, right? As far as I know. Spat here for Yatsuhashi. Oh, sorry. I thought Yatsuhashi was a loose streak player. Restart mission. Okay. Okay, so Steppy took training reward, or Little Steppy took. I wish they didn't put their names of Steppy and Little Steppy. Tristan took training reward. That part I'm not sure about what he wants to do. But I'm gonna try to reroll. Frodan, the loose streak trait is busted every set because it's the hardest to balance for casual and pro play. No. First of all, Zero, that's not how you ask questions in this chat. We found out that we actually have to end every one of our questions with a yes instead of a no. We're trying to be more positive around here. So I think what you mean to say is because it's the hardest to balance for casual and pro play, yes. But to answer your question, I do think that's actually the big problem. In general, every single set, it does feel like the loose streak trait is just busted. The thing, it feels like the problem is that the casual players are just not able to convert off of it, And if it ends up becoming balanced for pro play, people just think it's boring. Do you guys know an example of a cash out mechanic that became boring because it was like kind of balanced? Do you remember back in set 12? There was an augment called Fortune Favors the Bold. And it was fortune trait as a augment. Like you would click it, and then like if you lost and you won, you got like a cash out. And it was like really busted still as like an augment, but it was also like more balanced in general because like you would 10 loss and then you would just get like an item. And so they like balanced it sort of. It was still kind of OP at the top level, but they like sort of balanced it. And everyone thought it was like the most boring thing ever. Even the pro players. They're like, this is just boring. It was like strong but boring. I don't think people like. Did anybody like that version of it? I feel like I hope they never bring that back, like a fortune or cipher as a augment. I feel like that's just lame. So you can't do that. Sugarcraft was kind of like that. Yeah, Sugarcraft was kind of like it. Not really though. It wasn't really like Sugarcraft is a lot more like Golden Ox actually. Never mind. No, Sugarcraft is much more like Golden Ox. Underground is a good one. Underground is basically like Cypher though. Isn't Underground and Cypher like very, very similar? In fact, I'm trying to think about the differences between Underground and Cypher. Didn't China hate set 11 because there's no cash out trait? I think you're thinking about set 12. Set 12 had no cash out trait. China hated set 10 because set 10 was too sweaty. They don't like bag sizes being reduced. China loves 3-star units. Their favorite. I don't think people understand how much China loves cash out mechanics. They love 3-star 4 cost, 3-star 5 cost, and they hate like bag sizes being so small. They love being able to just play their favorite comps and hang out, like, because the way it's been described to me is that life in China is not exactly easy for a lot of people. And TFT is just like a very chill game for them that they just like to log on from their phones and just play their favorite comp and 3-star and call it a day. Like, they don't care about competitive. For them, they view TFT as like a fun simulator game. Like I get to simulate and play League of Legends without having to stress about anything. Just very chill. So like to play a set in set 10 where scouting and holding and contesting was such a big deal because of bag sizes and chosens was like immensely unfun to them. And then China cares about the second part is that they care about tuber material. They really love when the game has like a bunch of crazy jank combos, or they like, you know, kind of like the Leduc stuff where like basically last set Leduc got obsessed with deep roots. Can you put deep roots on the melee champion and like do like weird stuff? They like love stuff like that in China. They're super casual driven. And so when people don't really care much about Chinese tournaments. Believe it or not, Chinese viewership for TFT in tournaments, at least on PC, is kind of similar to viewership in the West. That means China really doesn't care about it. Usually China's watching more because there's just more people. But I would say that from what I've come to understand, viewership in Chinese competitive TFT is actually not too dissimilar from the West. Big carousel with a bunch of units. Pan and Spatula. Not even concept mechanically wise, but the concept with the music and effort was so cool. You're talking about set 10? Yeah, set 10 was really good. Life is chill in the US. I'm not trying to speak like, I'm not saying life is easy in the US for everybody, but like a lot of these people in some of these parts of the world, like view TFT as a game to relax. I'm not trying to say who has it harder. It's not a suffering Olympics, okay? I'm sure I'm sure a lot of people have it really hard as well on different fronts. But I'm trying to say that the way they view TFT is a way to unwind and chill and not as like a competitive endeavor. Crazy Jank combos are the best part about the game, but they'll always get figured out, and combo that's too easy makes the game imbalanced. You know, one thing that Rainplosion actually said to me over the weekend is that TFT is fun because of the imbalance, which I thought was a really interesting statement. I don't know if you guys was that on stream when we had that conversation? Rain actually said TFT is not fun because of balance. It's actually fun because of the imbalance. And I've reflected on that statement almost like the entirety of yesterday. This guy took training reward and has used 0 duplicators for Graves. He's trying to use it for what, Jarvan 3? That makes sense. Jarvan 3 is really good. Because the more things are balanced, the more things become dependent on sort of like the luck factors of TFT. Like there's elements of the game where it's like, okay, well, like you have to have this lucky situational opener to play this comp or this augment, or it's because like the way things are not symmetrically balanced. Things are asymmetrically balanced. This is the 4th augment, by the way. When I say asymmetrically balanced, it's like not every comp has like a 4 cost that carries. Not every comp has like the same win condition. Not every comp uses like spikes at the same time. When I say asymmetrically balanced, it's like things aren't balanced in the same way. And so some things will naturally be gated and feel like it's conditional. Like when people say like the set isn't balanced, everything is conditional, it's fake balance, it's only like 3 comps. They're like hyper tunneling on like what we want balance is we want symmetrical balance. And that's going to make TFT feel exactly the same. Every single game you play the same way. Like if it was up to certain players, they would want it to be like you slam your items, you always just never roll before level 8. You roll down on 8 and you play this very skillful, nuanced 60 gold roll down on 8 and play what you hit. And then if you don't hit, you stay on 8, and if you hit, you go to 9. And for some people, they think that's like the optimal balanced TFT. That's not. If everyone played like that, the game would be painfully boring. Painfully boring. What makes TFT interesting is the asymmetry of like sometimes you do this, sometimes you don't do this, and in extreme scenarios, you might even do something kind of crazy. Maybe that's like your preferred play style, and the fact that all of that is viable is a good thing. But like a lot of people want TFT to be so much more predictable, and that's usually that often. A lot of times when people talk about like balance and design, they're often talking about predictability on certain things, and that's when TFT becomes really boring. And so Rain's premise was like TFT is a lot of the fun in TFT is the imbalance. And I thought that was an interesting point. You know what's when a meta has low variance, that actually ends up being the worst metas. Low variance in TFT ends up being the worst metas historically. Because the composition is just so hyper consistent that it's just like you know exactly what's going to happen. Anyways, that was an interesting conversation we had. So I didn't add much commentary to this game. I should. I should try to lock in a little bit here. So Yatsuhashi's playing 7 Exotech Zeri with Marksman on the Zeri. Okay, that's fine. Marksman's like really good armor reduction. So that plus the even shot is pretty good. Going up against Taro, who has 3-star Mana Zane, LeBlanc plus Draven, Cypher, Inspiring Epitaph. If TFT becomes a symmetrically balanced game, we revert back to the earlier sets and the variance becomes less and there's less variability, which makes people play it less. I mean, there's definitely an element of that. There's also another element that people kind of misunderstand, is that we have more comps playable than before in previous sets in TFT. But the comps that are available are conditional. That is true. Like if you look at the meta of TFT Academy, right? Look at the meta of TFT Academy. A lot of people will say like most of these comps are fake. You can't play this without X. You can't play this without Y. This is an augment dependent thing. This is an item dependent thing. Whatever. But the reality is, and they say like, oh, in the past, there used to be so much more comps that you could play. That's not true. That's not actually true at all. I did these set revival tier lists. I've done these set revival tier lists, and I'm telling you, man, there were not that many comps in TFT. We just basically played like 5 comps per patch. Like basically, it was, and they balanced thrash. So they were way worse at balance. So this is what ended up happening. In the past, there were 5 comps on a patch. Then the next patch, they would change the game with a bunch of balance thrashing because some comps were completely nuked, and other comps were like got buffed. So there were these 5 comps that you could only play. And then they did that again. And then the people would be like, wow, it was such a diverse, like, I remember there were so many. No, man, there was like 5 comps that you could play. So I know because I'm doing these set tier lists, and I'm like, I swore I thought there were more comps than this, but there aren't. There's more comps than ever before that you could play. The diversity has increased a lot. Balance has improved a lot in TFT. But just people's memories are like, oh, well, I remember like a Y spot. It's because you're combining all these different patches into one set experience. Okay, 7 Anima Squad. 7 Anima Squad in general kind of like falls off. But I'm pretty sure Taro is in a really dominant spot. So the YBY went 5th. I remember season 3. It was so boring at the end. Only Syndra, Star Guardian, Cybers, and one more I don't remember. It wasn't flex at all. Season 2 was kind of flex because the game took longer to figure out. That is also an element to it. The game was more flex because people were worse at the game. But that's like a take that I think is becoming increasingly more popular. Do you think if they added lobbies that were bigger, like 12 or 16 players and bigger unit pools, that would be an improvement? Not a strict improvement. It would be different. I don't think adding more players and more units to the pool necessarily makes it great. You know, in China, there's actually a game mode with 99 players. There's actually a game mode in China, 99 players, and the bag sizes are like, I don't think they're like unlimited, but it's like a super game mode. I don't even know how that works, but I've heard that in mobile China they have like a 100 player game mode. 1 versus 99. True Battle Royale. I think I'm interested in that game mode just for like the core concept of it. Are you playing in Worlds? What does prepping for Worlds mean? Yes, I'm playing at Worlds. Me, Frodan, I'm competing at Worlds. I hope you come and cheer for me. That is what I'm historically known for. Competing at the highest level. This guy is holding Zed. I feel like this guy should hold Zeds on, like, to stop this guy from hitting Zed too. I think his only chance is to go for 3-star forward cost / deny the Zed. Actually, he might win without the 3-star forward cost right now. Okay, yeah, definitely deny the Zed then. Amp. I would cheer you on. Thank you, Bingsu. So we're prepping to watch. I will cheer for you. Thank you, Robbie. Your support means everything. You know, I was thinking about hanging up the mouse. Calling it quits. 8 Nikos. I was thinking about calling it quits, but you know what? I got one more in me. I'll play this last world. I'll win this last world one more time. Oh, we got Zephyr. That's not good. And Zephyr and Annie is really bad because of the way the cadence works with Tibbers. Why was Amcom used so little in the Gold patch compared to Attack Cut where they were the same patch? Because they realized that Urgot was better and more consistent for the cap. But Amp is still good. It's just that Urgot caps higher while requiring like similar-ish things to happen. Oh my god, Nico 3. Yeah, well, let's move items to Nico 3, shall we? I mean, Steppy was winning anyways before this. He did hit Z2, though. Have you tried Balatro multiplayer? Used to play it in between games. Balatro multiplayer? How does that work? Balatro multiplayer. Are you like playing? Are you dealing damage to your opponents based on how many chips and multi you get? Man, Steppy. Frodan, as much as I love you as the host for events, I want to see you clap these jabronis. I mean, I could clap them at a lot of things. I don't think I can clap them at TFT as often. But you know what? I promise if NA goes through a dry spell, let's say if NA goes through a true dry spell where we don't win for, I don't know, an extended period of time, I might roll up the sleeves and do it myself. I might roll, but if NA goes through a really big dry spell, I'll break it myself. It's a mod. Each has 4 lives. Each boss blind is PvP. Interesting. Did they play that for Twitch? I saw that Twitch Rivals did a Balatro game. Was that fun? Was it like that? All right, BRB ads. Going into game 3. Going into game 3. It's a mod, and whoever gets a lower score during the boss loses health. I see. That sounds kind of fun. Is it like timed? How does the pacing of it feel? The issue that I see with that is that it could take a long time. That was max endless score on a fixed seed. Still pretty fun to watch. I see. Endless score. Endless score is different though. I actually don't know if my enjoyment of Balatro increased way more when I stopped trying to play for endless score. But I guess like for a tournament format, it might be fun as a one-off. Scott here, what are we watching? We're watching APAC regionals, day 3, final lobby. Just to like learn a little bit more about the players, just see how the form is, be able to talk about them. Also, I know the new patch is different, but there's like elements of the patch that are still the same. Didn't really see too much stuff that's different though. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like that it's like pretty similar. Most TFT meta is homogenized now, but I will say that you do see different individual pathing of how to get there. Like I think people land on the same spots, but the pathing of how they get there is interesting. Who's guaranteed for APAC? Besides Title? I don't think Title's guaranteed for APAC. Every player here in this lobby is guaranteed. How are EWC scrims going? They haven't started yet, Robbie. I agree that they're starting in set 15 because EWC's play on set 15. I agree that playing the highest difficulty you're comfy with and trying to win is the most fun to play Balatro. I mean, I just try to clear gold stake. That matters more than just like, can I go to ante like 23 or whatever. Whatever the ante is. The world's meta might have some shakeups. Oh, I do think that AP is more playable. I think Vex is a lot stronger on this patch. I think Dynamos are back. They buffed MF a little bit, and they also nerfed some of the best performing things. So AP definitely feels more playable. One thing that we're probably going to try to do, if we can, is get to watch some world scrims this week. Today's pretty chill. I think I might take tomorrow off. Tomorrow I have to go back to my allergist for an appointment. I might take tomorrow off. If not tomorrow off, I might delay my stream a little bit, like a shorter stream. And then I'm gonna try to see if I can catch some world scrims throughout the week. So only if they allow it though. Let me see. Holy cow! Scrims start at 4 a.m. local. That's crazy. I'm gonna ask, are scrims allowed? Are you guys allowing spectators for scrims? Worlds without title feels wrong. I mean, yeah, but the best players don't always qualify for the World Championships. That's true. That's true in a lot of games. This guy took one for all, so he's playing Gorilla Reroll. That's true in a lot of games, not just TFT. Some of the best players don't make it. It'd be like that. Falcons and Counter-Strike? What happened to that? They didn't even make the playoffs. Like Greg. Yeah. How's T-Lides' League of Legends climb going? I need to see. Op.gg. This site is so slow. I'm gonna go u.gg. I'm pretty sure op.gg is like got too greedy, man. Just too many ads. They're just so greedy. Silver 3. Oh wait, he's almost there, man. Wait, I feel like he's too high for me to play with now because I'm like iron. And I guess like if he plays with me, we'll queue up against bronze players. Maybe I'll queue up a league game with Greg later today. I'll message him. How much time does he have? He has 2 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks before step 15. He keeps climbing off stream, logs on, and dies. So he's getting boosted up. So what I'm hearing is T-Lides is getting boosted off stream, and then on stream he tries to show off his skills and he runs it down. Can you even do if you're more than one rank tier apart? I'm not sure actually. That's a good question. Are iron and silver allowed to duo queue? Until the next set is live now. Oh, so he has a month. Oh, that's a while. Hey, buddy. Nap time. What were you saying? Yeah. Nope, he says nap time. Starry Night, is this Morgana? We've been seeing, we saw some people like to play Morgana out of region. I do think that the people willing to play Morgana, assuming that you know the line, have a small reroll edge, because this is definitely an out you can play for. And Starry Night is Morgana, right? You're not looking... Is there anything else you're looking for with this setup? I guess maybe he's open to LeBlanc. He's holding LeBlanc and Vi. He could be holding both. I don't think that Starry Night LeBlanc is like that insane, though. It's probably like... we saw it actually happen where Robin hit LeBlanc too. But then he ended up using it as a tempo as opposed to a reroll. Only because like the 3 costs in the comp are like really important as well. And you're not like rolling for like that many 3 stars with it. Thornplated Dynamo opener with Kog'Maw. Okay. Kog'Maw is a lot less threatening though if you don't have rapid fire and you don't have Boombot on him. Those are important traits to activate to get his DPS up. So it's not like a guaranteed 5 streak, but looks like he gets it a good matchup, so he's good to go. What up, Merlin? How you doing? Starting at night lets you push levels with Morgana. Yeah, it does technically work, but I don't think that's the optimal way to play Morgana reroll with Starry Night. But I'm not a big fan of Starry Night with 1-star reroll anyways. Shop glitch. Tempo Starry is kind of fun. It's because you're just gambling. Do you know why Tempo Starry Night game plans are pretty fun? Is because You're just it feels satisfying to roll, and you're like, ah, yes. 2 stars every time I'm rolling. Like, you have such a high chance of seeing a 2-star unit, but you're just gambling that it's the right unit. Is Starry Night Mundo good? I would say that it's overrated. I would say Mundo cares a lot more about items or scaling combat, like no scout, no pivot. Investment strategy from the right spots. Things like that. That matters a lot more, I think, in my opinion. Isn't that just TFT? I mean, that's a really... I mean, to be more precise, that's just lazy TFT. Oh, Shojin Morgue. You can boil down everything in that happens in this game as what you just said. Isn't that just TFT? You can. But there's nuance to things. There's things that are better and worse. There are good plays and bad plays. If all you do is say, well, isn't that just TFT? That's just really lazy analysis. Which is fine, because not everyone wants to like hard sweat all details. Sometimes it's good to be lazy about certain things. But if your explanation is like, well, it's probably fine because it's just TFT, let's gamble. A fool and his gold is easily departed. It's literally written in the Bible. I'm actually like, this is actually scripture I'm quoting. I'm not even I'm not even trying to do some revolutionary concept. The lazier you are, the easier it is that you're gonna lose all your gold and you have nothing. Why are you a ban evader, by the way? Ta TFT, ban evader. Possible ban evader, 8 messages. I peaked 900 LP and CN in Vienna. Is the worst thing about these 2 servers are that people take Pandora's Ben instead of holding the units to deny people holding other units at 3-star instead of you and you get scammed for fun. 0 mod actions. Did you start a new account to... What's your old account? I don't remember you ban evading. What? You made a new TFT account? More importantly, it's a Volabear quote. A Volabear quote. I can't even tell you a single word that Volabear says. I don't even know. I usually just hear him roar. Do a little bear roar. Okay, freestyling Cypher. So why he's amp, right? He has blue buff with Zed. That's a Draven. Okay. He's going for Nico. What does my boy want? He doesn't want the Draven? Okay, he's taking it. I think he was thinking about if he needs the item quality, though. I'm Asian Christian. What's wrong with that? Wait, what? Did anyone say there's anything wrong with that? I am the storm. Is that what Volabear says? What are Volabear quotes? Volabear quotes. Feel the power of the wild.
Feel the power of the wild.
Dang, wow, that's like a deep. That one, I felt that one in my belly.
You have the heart of a weakling.
Snap. Wait, he has like a lot of quotes. Oh my god. If you actually look at the list, this guy's got infinite quotes. Long move. I still taste their ancestors stuck between my teeth. Tasty. Wait, is that Trade Tracker?
I still taste their ancestors stuck between my teeth.
Phrasing. Flushed. Volibear's a yapper. Yeah, this guy yaps a lot. My God, he's like saying like multiple sentences. But Volibear is like he's like a Freljordian god, right? According to lore. I'm at the Freljord part of the League of Legends encyclopedia. There's like a League of Legends companion book that you learn about like all the worlds. And Volibear apparently is like kind of a big deal. He's like a deity. Which is, I guess, cool. I mean, Volibear's kind of sick. Cash out is all the techies. He saves. Oh. Wait a second, man. Pandora's Bench. Shop glitch. Heroic grab bag. This guy took triple econ and he's greeting. And he's greeting his cash out. Eh? Who are the Freljord MVPs? Well, Ashe is one of the big ones. Lissandra is also a big one, but the thing is, apparently everyone thinks Lissandra's cool, but she's actually kind of evil. Which I always kind of thought. She just gave me bad vibes, but apparently Lissandra is kind of an asshole. But like everyone's like, "Oh my God, Lissandra, you're the best." But like I always got bad vibes. You know the meme where it's like person you hate for no reason finally gave you an excuse not to like them. There's like a meme that's like that. That's how I felt. I never vibed with Lissandra. I was like, eh. But yeah, I'm at that part. I just finished Demacia. So Demacia is pretty... It was actually a cooler place than I thought it was. Demacia is a cooler place. I actually think that if I play the card game, if I play Riftbound, I'm probably going to learn a lot about League lore. But Demacia actually is kind of a sick play. At first, I remember they announced that they were thinking about doing a new show. Pearson List is good here for Twisted Fate. They were doing like a new show set in Demacia, and I was like, isn't Demacia kind of boring? I actually think Demacia is kind of cool. Garen is the main character. Yeah, but like as it is with anything, like the main obvious characters are not as interesting as like the companion app talked about his second in command, which is Merrick. And I thought that was like an interesting, like he seems like an interesting guy to talk about. Like the way he leads the Dauntless Vanguard in Demacia. Basically, he's like Garen's second command, right? and how they raised they actually play. They actually like did this interesting short story of like how they played like their own version of chess to like train the next bastion of Demacian soldiers, and there's a lot of mind games that go into that. I like that. I feel that feels like kind of cool. I like that story. What are we seeing here? This? We're watching 450 Cypher cash out. So we got Tactician's Crown. That's actually good. Frodan's really good in this setup, and he also got an item. That's way better than... If he can hit everything, that's way better than the Fiddlesticks Techie cash out. But the problem is, I don't know if he's going to hit. I don't know if he's going to hit. He's also greeting 3 costs, like 2 stars in the roll, in the thing, for the Galio. Oh, he might be dead. There's a possibility he might be dead. He's playing Treasure Chest Zac as well. Treasure Chest. Oh, God. Wait. The Graves. Oh, no. The Treasure Chest Zac is not dead. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He is so dead. Oh. Gavo Hawk, thank you so much for the 11 months, man. If there's a series in Demacia, Garen is definitely not the main character. Silas would be. Yeah, Silas. The Silas and the Rebellion story. I haven't actually gotten to there as well. But in Demacia, they hate magic. It's like a really big thing. Like magic is a big part that drives a lot of the world, which makes sense. But Demacia, they like hate magic. Kind of like how TFT players and Americans hate reading. It's like they're like allergic to it. It's like banned. And so there's like this whole element of like you know, people who have magic imbued in them to Demacia, like how do they navigate through a tough, like it's basically like the same as like racism. Like they hate that. What about Lux? Well, I don't want to. I mean, Lux is a big part of that too, because she obviously casts spells and she's a magician. Just cash out is broken, dead on 4-3. I mean, he pushed, man. He pushed at 4-3 because his 3-7 was the techies cash out. Also, I think he positioned it's unfortunate that his Zac was positioned that way. But I actually don't even know how much that would have changed things. He definitely like was like very vulnerable to dying. Pushing to 4-3 is like super greedy. 7 Exotech with Last Stand. Okay. What about Galio? The Golem is literally made of magic. Well, like, I think Galio is supposed to, like, protect... Okay, I'm not entirely sure, because they didn't talk much about Galio. But I think he only, like... Like, Demacia only calls in the big guns if they're totally screwed. Like, basically, they hope that Kale and Morgana never have to come back. And, like, Galio never has to be... But, like, basically, Demacia is fine as long as it doesn't get really bad. But if it gets really bad, that's when like all the big guns come out. What are you reading? It's like this League of Legends like universe book or something like that. It's actually nice. I enjoy reading it. I like learning about it. I read a book called Ruination, which was the explanation of the Shadow Isles, like how they came to be. It explains like how Viego kind of messed up everything for everyone. Viego kind of became a wife guy and then went a little too crazy. And then kind of messed it up for everyone. It's a tragic story. He didn't get a spat for Syndicate. That's pretty unfortunate. Oh god, I guess you just make a Draven item, but the thing about this is why Twisted Fate is pretty terrible. I just like generally disagree with this line if you have to play TF. I feel like I'd rather play anything else because it's just so hard to hit everything now. And that's not even to talk about like whether or not he would hit Twisted Fate. He missed Twisted Fate, but he's just never gonna hit Draven in the Cypher reroll stuff. So you're just always gonna play low cap. And unless you're like super duper far ahead, or if you got this, maybe because he got the spat, he was thinking the Syndicate emblem, he could get there, but he also low rolled that, so that's pretty unfortunate. Galio is made from the magic absorbing stuff that Demacia is famous for. He isn't a mage, he's a pure anti-magic. Galio is anti-magic. Galio lore. Galio's legend begins in the aftermath of the Rune Wars, where countless refugees fled from destructive power of magic. In the west of Valorant, a band of those displaced people were hounded by a vicious band of dark mages. Exhausted for days without rest, the refugees hid amongst the shadows of an ancient petrified forest, and their pursuers found their magic to be ineffective. So the sculpture turned into Galio. Cool. I'm anti-magic? What does that even mean? Wait, I would love magic powers for myself. Not for you guys though. I don't trust you guys, but for me, I feel like I'd be responsible with magic personally. So he went for Morgana 3, Poppy 3, then pushed levels. Shojin blue buff Gunblade. I mean, I think Morgana reroll probably is underrated this batch. It's probably underrated this patch. Oh, never mind. He lost. I thought he was going to win this fight. I mean, it's pretty competitive with an amp board. It's pretty good. Power corrupts? Yeah, but not me. I'm different. I thought you were off today. I have a sponsor stream. I think it might be off tomorrow, but we'll see. It depends on how I'm feeling post allergist visit. They're basically giving me some allergy shots to adjust because I haven't been adjusting well to the seasonal allergies. And if I'm feeling okay, I'll stream, but I might take tomorrow off. We'll see. I've been feeling pretty bad lately, like physically not good. Just like in a lot of pain. If I like sneeze, my body aches. Which is not a good sign. Are Demacia the bad guys? No, but they're not like the good guys, I think. But then again, in this world, are anybody the good guys? Like, who are the good guys in Runeterra? Nobody. Everyone like kills each other and like wars and like do unethical things. Who are the good guys? Ionia? Oh yeah, they kind of like mind their own business, right? Wait, Noxus are the good guys? What? Don't they literally aren't they the conquest nation? They just literally conquer and what? The imperialist society are the good guys? Eh? There are no good guys, thank you, Winter 11. Yeah, that's what I thought, man. I feel like there's like no one's good guys. The Yordles are the good guys. Are they? There's got to be some evil Yordles though. I think Teemo's evil. How can a species, a race that produces Teemo be the good guys? Vagar? Oh yeah, that's right. He's literally he's like the tiny wizard of evil. But like, it doesn't matter though. There's always like a bad egg in the bunch. Who are the good guys? Would you say you are Heimerdinger or Mbessa? Me? What character am I most like in Arcane? Is that the question? I don't know, man. Isn't this just like a BuzzFeed thing that I should fill out and they'll tell me? It's too much work. This guy goes for Divinicore +1 looking for Garen. Oh no, sorry, he already has Garen. He has Divinicore +1. So what did he play? He just played like more Divinicore. Vex isn't evil. She kind of gives me evilish vibes. She gives me evilish vibes. Dude, this Graves on the Yuumi 3. Oh my god. Steppy. YBY's dead again. Another bot 4 for YBY. Damn. His setups look good, but it just looks like he just doesn't have enough HP. Vex is just depressed. I mean, I feel that. I feel that. Don't we all connect with Vex? She just wants to die and she can't. Oh, because Yoros can't die. Wow, that actually sounds pretty miserable. She's like stuck in a 4v4 TFT game she can't forfeit. Man. She has to play it out. Euros are immortal. Yeah, if they die, they just respawn somewhere. Oh. Gorilla? Damn. 1-4 all. So we have Gorilla, we have Cypher, and we have... I keep confusing Steppy and Lil Steppy. We have Graves. Can we talk about who's the strongest being in the universe? In Runeterra universe? So, From what I've come to understand, Rise is unironically Thanos. Like, this dude could actually just end everything. Is it Aurelian Soul? Oh, yeah. Asol's also pretty big, too. Isn't it Zoe? Oh, I don't know Zoe's lore at all. I don't even know where Zoe's from. Where's she from? Is she like a creature of the void or something? She's a 1,000+ god. Yeah, but like, aren't there gods? There's like multiple gods. There's like many deities. Oh, she's an aspect. Oh, when they use the word aspects. I see. How do you guys know all this? Is it like you guys play League of Legends? And you like learn it? Or do you guys like sit on the webs? Did you sit on this website and just like read everything? Lux, the Lady of Luminosity. Meow. We just make it up? I thought so. Yeah, I thought so. And also, how many of you guys actually know this? Or are you guys just copy-pasting the first answer that sounds right above you? Like, do you guys actually all know this collectively and I'm the only one who doesn't? I feel like a lot of you guys really don't actually know, but like 2 people in chat know. And then you guys just like copy-paste it. She's an aspect. Of course, duh. She's an aspect. At Frodan, she's an aspect. It's like, okay. We all have a group chat without you. Wait, invite me, man. I feel lost. I mean, the thing the thing is, maybe I should learn the lore so that when I win with the card game, I could like I could explain the lore. Oh, that'll be my thing. You know what card gamers hate after they lose a game? They hate any interaction with their opponent. They don't want to shake hands. They don't want to say GG. They don't want to even see you. It looks like Cypher wins again, by the way. They don't want to see anything, by the way. Actually, hold on. How close was this? Oh, sorry, the Graves won. No, the Graves did not win. JK. Cypher wins again. Card game players hate everything about talking or interacting with the opponent after they lose. Card game players are sore losers. So what I think I'll do is after I win a match, I will say a fun fact about their deck from lore to help cheer them up. So if they're playing a Galio deck, I will explain, did you know Galio's legend begins in the aftermath of the Rune Wars where countless refugees fled from destructive power of magic? And I'll shake their hand and not break eye contact the whole time. That's how I'll deliver the winning blows and see how they react. I'll report with results later. I may or may not have a black eye afterwards. I lost, but at least I learned something. Exactly. You came for the competitive tournament experience, and you stayed for the Runeterra lore with Frodan. At FrodanX.com/Mortdog. Okay. When will set 15 release in the PBE? July 25. July. Yeah, but like, what about the exact time? Oh, that sign can't stop me because I can't read. Yeah, but like, what if he was looking for the exact time? Like, he wanted to set an alarm. Like, what if this guy, Penzi, want to set a countdown timer? He can't just set the countdown timer to July. You're judging too quick. Actually, you know what's crazy? We actually know when exactly it is, though. More dog. We actually know exactly when set 15 releases, by the way. If you actually literally look at it, when does set 15 release? It literally releases July 30th, 2025. It literally just says that, 15.1. Like, Mordog actually announced it. And by the way, set 16 releases on November 19th. I don't know why he put question mark, man. This is not that hard to piece together. It's not that hard. 13.8, 14.8, 15.8. When does set 16 release? I can tell you right now. November 19th, 2025. So, like, I feel like Mort didn't even, like, link the right one. I think he can actually just link this. Because it was still up in the air between November 19th and December. Oh, wait, but then what happens? 15.9? Okay, if I would, okay, how about this? Here's the deal. If set 15 is the best set of all time, maybe one more patch. No, not really. If it's the best patch of all time, TFT players will still hate it. There's no such thing as the current set is the best set of all time. If it's the best set of all time, we only can say that after the set has already been done. Like, the best set of all time is never a set in present moment. It's always in retrospect. Ho ho ho! 3 emblem trainer golems. Weird way to say set 8.5. 8.5? That's your pick? Man. That one's obscure. I bet you can't even really, like, most people can't even name a lot of things about set 8.5. Most people don't even realize that the set mechanic in set 8.5 is literally the set mechanic of this set in a lot of ways. It was called glitched carousels. It was like a hack. That was like the mechanic of set 8.5. Hero augments. Well, the hero augments were like the first part of it. And then 8.5, they introduced like a new element of it. And it was like, ooh, these mechanics are glitched. You might get a duplicator. You might get all different other stuff. And then they brought that back for like set 11. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Anyone gonna get the crazy stuff with trainer golems? Not really, right? Ultimate Ezreal was the best 5 cost. Ultimate Ezreal, that guy was not really playable for a while. He was very cool though. Whatever set had Sohm was still my favorite. That unit was fun to watch. Sohm? That was set 7 Dragonlance. Oh man, here he goes. Here he comes. Here comes all the memory maddies. They're gonna come out here and say, oh man, set 7 was the best set ever. Hero Augment set was the best. They're just rage baiting at this point, man. They're just rage baiting. Set 11 was the worst set of all time. What the heck? That definitely not true, man. You know who disagrees with you like heavily is Dish Soap. I mean, okay, I Dish Soap is biased because that was the set he won his first world championship. But Dish Soap actually regularly says that he thinks that set 11 is mega underrated in hindsight. I actually don't know exactly. Okay, he probably would be in chat saying like this is the reason why, because whenever I say Dish Soap said, he feels the need. He always feels like I misrepresent him, not like in a bad way, but like he always says like I need to clarify that it's like this is the reason why. So I don't want to elaborate too much further, but he always says that like set 11 is super underrated. 11 was good. 12 was bad. 12 was bad. 12 is a good set ruined by bad balance. I actually think set 12 is actually a great set, but balance was pretty unfortunate. Like, everything about that set was actually just good. I think that the trait web was good. I think Charms is good. I think the units were fun. I think the theme is not bad, but I know it doesn't click for everybody. I don't mind like a little spooky theme. I think the pitch was Harry Potter's, TFT's take on Harry Potter, but they ended up doing something different. I think a lot of the, yeah, I think that it was like good. I enjoyed it. But I do understand that a lot of people, it's not everyone's cup of tea. So most people can't look past balance in set 12, which is fair because set 12 balance was not very good. But I actually think that it's like an we definitely have a lot of examples of like sets where sets were good and people and like balance definitely impacted it. But I think set 12 has like some of the biggest like impact of like relative to where it actually was. Like a lot of people's perception of set 12 is bad, but set 12 is actually really good. I just don't think the balance was good. And I think if you can separate that, that's like a really big understanding of what makes TFT fun, I think, in my opinion. Okay, so this guy's open for it. RFC? What are you open for with RFC? I guess maybe he's going to use it as an attack speed item and just play like generic AD. You could put like RFC on, I don't know, Zeri. You could also put RFC on... I was gonna say Urgot, but that's probably not true. Because the thing is, Urgot doesn't like the range extension is good on him, but he really doesn't care about like the attack speed stat as much. He really just wants like damage. Charms? Hold on a second. Charms are the best mechanic we've ever had, and someone said rage bait. How's that rage bait? I actually think charms are a very good mechanic. This is Boombot, RF, Rapid Fire, Dynamo. This one just looks like it's like Exotech. You just like squeezing Rapid Fire and Dynamo into it. A lot of emblems. If you don't know what to do with it, you just play Exotech. Charms were brain dead. Oof. Oof, Captain Daddy 69. I thought I saw rage bait. That is one of the biggest. Don't tell the charms maxers. The charms maxers will have your head. Charms were brain dead. Woo, woo, man. A mechanic that required you to think about how you spent your gold. Brain dead. What patch is Rapac Regionals? 14.6. Shaco? Sure, Shaco. Okay. I feel like YBY... I feel like YBY plays things from angles that, like, I just did... Like, I guess, if I saw this, I wouldn't think Shaco. I guess he's thinking that he needs to play for as high tempo as he possibly can. Like, if I saw this, I would try to play more around, like, the bruiser strategist element and, like, think about tempoing off of that instead of just, like, reroll Shaco. Really interesting. I guess he's thinking... Okay, so he probably thinks the best way for him to get fortunate and out in this game is to go for a Syndicate emblem and find a way to get Syndicate... 7 Syndicate. Health as well. I feel like that's like his interpretation of that. But like I think when I see this, I think I just try to play as high tempo as I can and just like either find a way to take this into like street demons and play more strategists. Maybe find a way to like I don't know, it's not that great though. Like no matter how you cut it, it's pretty bad. What's up, B again? How you doing, man? Who's representing NA for Worlds? That's a great question. We have Dish Soap, Weijin, Setsuko, Robin, Kermex, Bobster, Dihua, and I think is that it? I feel like I'm forgetting one person. Cambulate, that's right. I miss Augment stats. Rage bait. You guys can't just say. You guys can't just say rage bait to anything that you disagree with. That's not rage bait. Not everything in the world revolves around just trying to make you upset. Actually, yeah, that's not true. A lot of things do, but like not just because they disagree with your opinion does not mean that it's rage bait. Some people do miss augment stats. There's things about augment stats that I miss. At this point, I've played for a while without augment stats, so I'm just like, whatever, this is what TFT is at this point. And augment stats, you can get augment stats through filtering certain things on the Explorer. There actually is at Frodan rage bait. This is me rage baiting. Me saying everything is not rage bait is rage bait. True. There's actually a coalition of people who legitimately think there's a conspiracy theorist group in TFT that legitimately believe that I have augment stats. That like Mortdog and Riot share augment stats with me. But you do. What's the proof? Everyone keeps saying you do. You can't. If your proof is it's true, that's not proof. I don't know how to tell you guys. He's getting nervous. Yes, my heart. I conveniently did not have my heart rate on stream, guys. So that way I could hide how nervous I am. The guy that brought up this topic. The guy that is shining light onto this ridiculous accusation. It is libel. You know what? I might go back to my American roots and take you guys to court. We can't solve our problems, we sue you. That's how we do things here in the US of A. He's getting defensive. I'm explaining the situation. Explaining things is getting defensive now. Man, you guys are reaching. You guys are reaching. That is crazy. What do I tell my friend that's on vacation who sent me a message saying he wants to go home and play Graves reroll? I mean, tell him we don't want you home. Sounds like you need better friends. If there's no stats, how do you know which augments are best for each comp on TFT Academy? So you're saying that I have augment stats and that's how I know which augments are the best for each comp? There's as if I don't have something better than augment stats. Guys, I have something better than augment stats. I have Soap, the 2-time world champion. The 2-time TFT world championship. This represents more than just God knowledge. It's a legacy of excellence. Damn, W Glaze. Okay, here we go. Divinicore Z, Slayers. Twitch stats need to be studied as a signal for how human ability to have conversation has broken down and regressed people's IQ. You know what's crazy, Mort, is that I think TFT Twitch chat is actually, and they would like score super high on the IQ test. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm pretty sure TFT chatters. It's like, it sounds silly to say, but I said this before. I think my read on it is that they're acting intentionally dumb. I think they're actually really capable. A lot of them are like software engineers or like incredibly capable financial analysts who, or just like people who just retired early because they're all at home on a Monday talking about TFT. Like, I'm pretty sure that's just like stuff for nerds, like really highly capable, intelligent nerds. There's just a bunch of people who just work from home and just like they're in chat, spending their free time. They could do anything, man, but instead they choose to engage with TFT Twitch chat. And they're not like 13 to 16-year-old kids. They're acting like they're like them, but that's intentional. I'm pretty sure if you actually put them in a serious mode and said, like, your wildest dreams would come true if you score the highest possible IQ. On average, I'm pretty sure TFT IQ, the average IQ of TFT gamers would blow out every other game genre. Did you see that? You see the report of the average League of... Hold on a second. I need to show you guys something real quick. Average IQ of League versus Call of Duty. There's a study done of which gamers allow ads. Is there a reader for this? A reader. Thank you. The studies show of which game has the highest IQ, and FIFA scored the lowest. I mean, that just makes sense. At number 1 is League of Legends. Black Myth, Wukong, Baldur's Gate, Counter-Strike, Elden Ring, right? These are all enlightened individuals. And at the very bottom, you have Rocket League, Call of Duty, and FIFA player. FIFA players score in the 80s. Damn. That's wild. That's brutal, man. FIFA players score in the 80s. I don't even know what to say about that, man. That is critical. That is critical state. I think they need to declare a state of emergency. And I unironically think TFT would be above League of Legends as well. But League players make sense. But I would say that above League would be TFT. Call of the Chaos gave him 40 free rerolls. Okay. Steppy's rerolling, looking for the Urgot, playing Boombot. Trying to play some Boombot. Garen. I mean, 120 IQ for League is probably not. Isn't that actually a little too high? I feel like 120 is like sampling bias, or like, I don't know. I feel like that can't be right. But 120, like it feels like a little too high. There's a channel point, Gamba, heads or tails. Oh my god, the odds are so good for tails. Everyone's all in on heads. Radiant IE. Okay. 120 on average is pretty insane. Yes. That means I pretty much have no one that's low IQ at all. It's like all pretty high IQ. Name another game where you have that many items and champions to be thinking of micro and macro of League of Legends. Dota 2. Checkmate. Yeah. Actually, wait, Dota scored a lot lower though. That's interesting. Dota scored 10 points lower. That's kind of interesting. Like, if you look at it right now, Dota scored right here. Deadlock. Dude, how many people do they sample? 1,002 gamers assess their IQ. There's 1,000 Deadlock players? Oh, no, it's 1,000 total. Oh, so they might have even gotten like 20 League of Legends players. They did 1,000 total. They must have picked. They must have picked some real. They must have dumpster dived for some of these as well. Okay, isn't this kind of rage bait then? No, like I think they misunderstand what 1,000 sample size means because they're splitting it across 20 categories. Like 1,000 sample, if they took 1,000 sample size of League of Legends gamers, that's different than 1,000 total that happen to be playing like a bunch of these games. It's just clickbait. I mean, it's funny though. It's not there. A 30 IQ. I gotta ask ChatGPT. How much smarter is 30? I'm gonna leave the typo. How much smarter is 30 IQ from 90 to 120? A jump from 90 to 120 represents a very large difference in cognitive ability, not just linear increase, but a shift across population percentiles. 90 IQ is 25th percentile. 120 is 91st percentile. Okay. Imagine IQ like processing power. IQ 90 is a basic laptop. It can do a lot, but it lags with multitasking or complex tasks. 120 is a high-end workstation. It runs simulations, spreadsheet, games, and creative tools smoothly. Summary: a 30-point jump from 90 to 120 IQ is massive. It moves you from someone who might struggle with higher education or after thinking someone who could thrive in intellectually demanding environments. It's not just 30% smarter, it's an exponential leap in capacity, adaptability, and perception. What do you think is the average IQ of a team fight tactics player versus a FIFA player? Oh, they're back from break. Great question. And while we don't have the hard data on IQ distribution by game, we can find it reasoned based on the cognitive bands and the typical player demographics of each game. Teamfight Tactics, 110 to 115, above average. Huh? FIFA, 95 to 105, average. These aren't judgments of worth, just reflection of different types of cognitive engagement. TFT attracts players who enjoy puzzles, strategy, and optimization under uncertainty. FIFA draws out a more general and global audience, including many who plays casually for a quick reflex-driven entertainment. TFT players tend to resemble chess or poker players, analytical, theory-inclined, and slow-burn thinkers. FIFA players lean more towards fast-twitch gamers like FPS or traditional athletes who train execution timing and real-time adaptation. If you sampled 1,000 random TFT players and 1,000 random FIFA players, the TFT group is likely to score higher in traditional IQ tests, especially in areas like pattern recognition, logic, and working memory. But IQ does not equal skill or value. FIFA players might score higher on spatial coordination, reaction time, or emotional intensity. Different games, different brains. That's not true, man. I interviewed Dehua yesterday. The emotional intensity was whatever the max capacity was. That guy was maxed out on that one. That's not fair. TFT IQ declines the later in the set. So depending on timing, it could tie FIFA. I actually argue that TFT IQ actually increases as set goes on because the casuals quit and only the hardcore nerds remain. Like, the fact that any of you guys are still engaging in set 14 just tells me a lot about your IQ. You guys love TFT and you guys are geniuses. Ooh, Shaco wins that? Okay. Because nothing is intellectually stimulating as teamfight tactics. Like, what keeps you guys... Okay, seriously, though, what keeps you guys... Like, the set is over. By all means, Mortdog blesses you. And Mortdog's playing other games. He's playing Magic the Gathering. Like, by all means, you guys are free to explore other hobbies for, like, 2 weeks, and then you are legally required to come back and play TFT. Or we're taking you to court. So, like, why are you guys still here, man? It's because you guys understand that nothing is as intellectually rewarding and stimulating as teamfight tactics. Nothing else really scratches that itch. Gambling addiction. Yeah, or you guys are addicted to gambling. 10 anima. I got 10 anima. Oh, jeez. trainer golems. 10 carrots. I legitimately thought she was drawing a carrot, man. In my defense, does this not look like she used a green top and an orange bottom? 10 carrots. I don't even know how to start the game. I just watch other people play while I'm drooling. I'm losing to this guy. These are the people I'm losing to on ladder. When the announcement for Rageblade rework was announced, people on the official Discord were doing simulation on the performance between the old and new Rageblade. Yes! Yes, do you know what TFT players do? They do this for fun. You know what they do for fun? They run spreadsheet simulators for damage output of what happens when you combine a bow with a rod. They literally do that for fun. And then they look at it and they compare. That's like what they do. They're like, Rageblade's better. Nope, Rageblade's worse. Like you're telling me these guys are low IQ? Wait, Taro actually made it to 9. He actually got to the 6 boom bot. Not bad, not bad. And we have 10 anima. How many blobs have we gotten here? 10 this is a 10 anima guy though, right? Oh no, it's not. It's not. This guy's only 7 anima. Hey Saint, thanks for the raid, man. Saint, how was your Street Fighter Slam experience? I wish I could have played in it, but it was fun to watch. I didn't get the chance to watch your team compete though. I only got to watch a little bit of the finals, which was Box's team, Riddles versus SK's team, Brian F. Dude, you guys talk about getting one guide. There's a Street Fighter streamer. He's like a retired player, but he plays as a coach. In the Stage and Sam, the coaches play. You coach the streamers, but you also play in it. He was getting one guide super hard, and I felt bad. Like basically, he lost the deciding match. If the series is tied, the deciding match is played by the coaches, and so the coaches play. But Brian's like a retired player. He's not really playing Street Fighter seriously and grinding it, so he lost, and that was what determined the tournament, the win. And then like everyone's like, Brian, we love you. It's great. You're the best. If you love Street Fighter or you are interested in getting Street Fighter, I highly recommend Brian's videos. It's good stuff. He's a YouTuber. This guy's rolling for Urgot 3. I don't even think Urgot 3 beats 10 anima though, right? Actually, it might. Urgot 3 is kind of insane. He's one off. Ah, he didn't finish rolling. Ah! He missed Urgot 3. He missed Urgot 3. Oh, dude. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, Cho'Gath 3. Does Cho'Gath 3 win that? I think he does. Holy cow. Gather thing for 3 months. Woo, woo, woo. It wouldn't have mattered? I think it would have mattered. I think Cho'Gath 3 is kind of insane, but like, yeah. Cho'Gath 3 still loses? Okay, what wins? Cho'Gath 3 or 10 anima? Cho'Gath 3 or 10 anima? Wait, maybe Mort knows. Do you know if people without the pass can watch Worlds in Dallas? I don't think so. Ask ChatGPT. Oh. I don't think ChatGPT would know. I mean, I could ask. All right, so I asked who would win, Cho'Gath 3 or 10 Anima Squad in a round of TFT? That's a great TFT style hypothetical. Cho'Gath 3, assuming set 10 and 11 hybrid Oh. Jinx carry. They're using Anima Squad from set 8 and Cho'Gath from set 6. Winner 10 Anima Squad. Well, I mean, I think they came to the right conclusion. You know what? ChatGPT is like Twitch chat. You guys might come to the right conclusions, but for all the wrong reasons. Like, you guys might actually know the right play, but your reasoning and logic might actually not be entirely there. Wait, what is this? Is this ARAM? Oh, it's a new champion. What's her name? Lunara. Isn't that a character in WoW? Lunara. Yeah, wait, what? The first daughter? So we're just straight up lifting from Blizzard now. Ranged assassin hero from the Warcraft universe. Most dryads are fierce, so we're straight up we're Ludwig. We're just yoinking. It's like, but hey, is that a green hair? She's purple. It's Yunara. Oh, well, someone typed Lunara. The newest champion in League of Legends, an ADC, set to release with patch 25.14 on July 16. She's a traditional ADC after battle under unique freedom. AoE-based attacks and stealth mobility. She describes a character with a vow to the first lands, and her critical strikes deal extra magic damage. AD carry, huh? Sounds cool. That is very cool. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and we'll get started with the next game. All right, give me a sec, guys. BRB bathroom. BRB bathroom. 然后赢这个我们的冠军之路的 Royal Maple， 然后冠这3位选手其实打得不错，但是还没有到黄金国产杯这个等级，只期待台服可以新人辈出。哦，有一个啦，谁？小呆瓜。小呆瓜，没错，突然想到了，下一季感觉会大放异彩。哎，我觉得只要就可以只要小呆瓜了，那就是反正就是流量考量嘛。那我们来看一下这个分数，目前的话 ，Grenade 已经跃居第1名，25分 ，Royal 24 ，Steppy 23，主要是这3位选手非常的接近。那 Taro 的话有20分哦。 那接下来可能差距就比较大一点。那现在剩2把，所以应该是前3名应该会互拼冠军。那 Taro 的话要拼，可能要需要一把鸡的分数来支援一下，因为差第1名有点多分了嘛，5分。对，其实不太好追了。一场当然是最多可以追到7分啦，但是也是最好的情况下才有办法达成哦。那我们把这边分数稍微记一下。然后刚刚下半部的话是 YBY 跟这个玩武都有扭转气象。YBY 玩武有吗？有啦，有啦。哎，你买下那啦，112也就是 double 啦。有吧 ？OK 啊 ，OK， 这没有了。新人再接再厉啊，新人再接再厉。不过现在反正8个人都已经进世界赛，现在就是拼这个奖金。好，那我们来看一下大家画面。All right, we're back. 这个 Tristan 直接开。Tristan 这位选手，我觉得这个拿铁其实对 Round 4是很有自己的理解的。就我觉得有些选手他是会 Justice for Sigils。 What do you do now? Hots was a great game. Heroes of the Storm. Dude. I actually think that Heroes of the Storm was a good game. It's just that the problem was Blizzard was too late. It was too late. And also, I don't even think they did that good of a job managing everything, but it was a good game. I think it's underrated. Heroes of the Storm. I like that they really tried to revamp the MOBA formula. Like, I really like that Heroes of the Storm tried to do like different maps and stuff like that. So I think that's like ultimately, I do think that that is like an important element of MOBAs. That is like something that people don't explore. Is that maps could be a big turning point. Like if they ever release League of Legends 2. League of Legends 2 would have to be like they would have to really think foundationally about like things like the maps.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Because I do think that like it makes games way more interesting and dynamic. Part of what I don't think League has ever been successful at it, right? They obviously agree in theory. I just think in practice, that's just never happened. Because all the other maps that they've ever tried have not been successful. But big, I think for 5 months. Is Grenade in a PC cafe? I don't know exactly. Some people might be playing at a PC cafe, and some people might be playing from home. I think a lot of people are playing from home, though. League MMO, though. Oh, thanks for the gift of sub to Sigils. Gold opener. You make 10. You got to make 10 here. Come. Man, I don't know how to break this to you, but I think it's just good to rip off the Band-Aid. The League of Legends MMO is just not... It's not in a good place. This guy has Draven 2 at 1-4. Wait a second, what? This guy has Draven 2? It's crazy. Oh my god. League is so complex that making the map different would just make it harder for new players. Well, if they reset it completely, and started from a roster of, say, like 30 champions and then re-release them, I'm pretty sure that's like the theoretical way that Riot could do. And that's, you know, the best part is, because that's what a lot of games do. They just basically make sequels and re-release champions that they've already done. They already did the work for that. But I think they would I feel like they would never be able to get to that point. I don't know if League can continue to infinitely scale, but I do think somewhere down the line they're going to try a League of Legends too. Goodbye, thank you for the 16. More Dog's going to go work on the MMO. Really? Is that what they're using more? I feel like that's a waste. Why would Mordog go work on a game that's never going to come out? Okay, so it looks like this Cypher player ends up getting a loss there. And then we do have the other Draven player. So the thing about Draven 2 is that he might just play it for tempo. Like, making Draven 2 in some ways is actually a tricky start, because yes, you do have Draven 2, but on the other hand, you can't really like Cypher lose streak, so you just play Cypher win streak. But that won't necessarily convert immediately to like a first. So yeah. Branching out. He's gonna make it come out. Mort? Is it like is it as simple as Mort works on the MMO for 3 months and then it's fixed? If so, he might actually become the most legendary game designer in MMO history if he could do that. I mean, that is a challenge that he could take on. Chinimir said it would launch before 2030. Oh my god. I'm going to be 40 years old. It's going to be December 31st at 11:59 p.m. and they're going to release like some friends and family alpha. By then, maybe fully autonomous self-driving cars will be there, and we're in a completely new generation of technology for gaming. But we might get there. Wow, IBY's winning. He's on a 3-streak with AFK. That's so big. Oh my goodness. He's 3-streaking with AFK. Oh wow. YY spot is amazing in this game. You're going to be too old to use more than 5 buttons. Me? Too old to use more than 5 buttons. I mean, that's fine. 5 is all I need. You only need 4 to play League of Legends. Actually, you need 5. I need the space bar. I cannot play League without the space bar to like center back on my champion. I just lose myself too much. Okay, we have double silver here. AFK. Is flash on your F key? It is. 5 buttons. Wait, what's wrong with flash on your F key? Making it sound like a bad thing. 5 buttons is what you need in modern MMO. That's good because I think I look at the old MMOs. And man, it is so unapproachable. I think the only thing more unapproachable than like learning League is learning an MMO. In my opinion. I feel like learning these MMOs are just like so hard. Play League on stream? I don't think you guys want to watch me play League on stream. You guys barely even want to watch me play TFT on stream. League on stream. This guy leveled to 6 on stage 2, by the way. 20 gold, level 6. TG on Rost. Guy going against guy who's sacking. The hate watchers will be so happy. What? I have hate watchers? I thought you guys were joking. I have legitimate hate watchers? What rank are you? I'm Iron 3. Do you think you'll play the right MO when it comes out in 2035? Yeah, I might try it. I mean, by then, Levi might, if I have a second child or something like that. Maybe we can get a little crew going. But you know what? You know, I don't know if I'll ever truly get into MMO because Taylor doesn't like MMOs. And I love you guys. You guys, chat is great. Even the hate watchers in chat. You guys are mostly great. I'm not gonna compliment all of you. Some of you guys don't deserve compliments, but I enjoy most of you guys. But when it's all said and done, when I retire, I'm gonna be me and Taylor are just gonna be gaming. We're gonna be hanging out. We're going to be traveling. We're going to go watch all the fun sports events that we follow throughout the years. And yeah, I'm going to be hanging out with her more. Not you guys. So if she's not down for the MMO, I'm probably not down. This guy's a spat. Okay, so what does he want to do? Is probably just Exotech Spat then. Slam Gunblade. Just slam it for full tempo. But I don't know if he can actually beat this guy. This Ross 2 actually rolled a good item with 2-star Vanguards. Didn't Greg have some kind of bet for ranked leagues? Yeah, he bet that if he doesn't get gold by set 15, he has to dye his hair pink. High-end shopping. Woo! Wait, actually, he might go into Boombot now. Oh, so now he just finds a vest, and now he's Boombot. He's getting close to gold. He's gonna get there. Like I feel like I need to remind you guys, TFT gamers are actually the most all-around gamers around. Like I think, like it should not be a surprise. You know who? You know TFT gamers won the Street Fighter Slam twice? Actually, 3 times in a row. That's just That's a fighting game. That's like that's a genre that I think a lot of people who interpret is mostly for like people who have fast response time, Twitch-oriented, reflexive gaming. TFT gamers also won. I ran a tournament back with Twitch Rivals years ago. It was a triathlon. League of Legends, Legends of Runeterra, and TFT. Do you know what team won that triathlon? We had gamers from League, we had gamers from Legendary, we had gamers from TFT. TFT players won that triathlon. It's like, and you know who's a great TFT player? Sometimes? T-Lights. Yeah, I think you're really sleeping on him, man. I'm actually shocked that some people thought that he couldn't get the gold. Yatsuhashi ended up losing. He's almost at level 8. Oh my god. Wait, he's pre-leveling the 8. How rich is everyone? Everyone's so crazy rich. Another spat. Another spat. Yatsuhashi is second pick. League players who don't dabble in TFT are really bad, but TFT on average players all somewhat solid in league though. Yeah, it's because like do you know why? Is because TFT players who excel know how to study and get good at the game, because TFT is a very, very hard game to get truly good at. And it demands a different... Well, this guy's two exotech. Oh! Wait a second. 10 exotech? It's definitely possible. He has Pandoras as well. TFT least grass touching confirmed. Confirmed. Also, that's not an insult. Touching grass is overrated and also dangerous. And also, you'll never be good at every game you ever play if you touch grass. So, why touch grass? You're saying like the bad thing. I feel like when people say that, they're just out of ammo. It's like the different, like, when like in the movie tropes, the jocks lose out to the nerds and they have nothing else, so they just start saying a bunch of insults to try to get, like, because they have nothing else. The one thing that they had was taken from them because the nerd ends up winning, and they're like, yeah, well, you're a loser, you're a nerd, no one likes you. That's what I hear. Like TFT players don't touch grass. It's like, is that all you have to say as a response when TFT gamers assert full dominance? Pan. Wow. Actually, oh, he already made it. He made a plus. He made it +1 through the fawn. Oh, he gets a prismatic pipeline though. Wait, this guy might get +2. This loot sub lobby is insane. That actually could be crazy high spike. Will you stream when you boot camp with Vitality? I don't think I will. I don't think they want us to. Got an artifact and a support. I might be able to stream like small hours around things, but I don't think I can like stream. I don't think I can do it for real though. Another What? This guy is +2. Oh my god. Wait, was he supposed to do that? Or should he play for a 10 trait? Oh, he doesn't have enough. But the thing is, he hits Samira, so I'm wondering if he should have just tried to play for like 10 Street Demon. Like, he has +2. Is that too hard? Is that too hard to do? He has 2 rods. He has Reforger. He can hate, and he hits Samira. Oh, he could go for the Easter egg. Oh, he go pan spat, spat, and so he needs shield, or pan. I don't think he needs coordination. I think he needs max cap. Is that even possible? With gold prismatic? Are you the jock or the nerd? I'm the nerd. Depends on what you consider solid. Frodan is right that processing and learning translates really well, but League is so mechanically intensive, especially for certain rules that would take way too long for TSB to get to a high rank. Man, it's kind of amazing that League of Legends is considered by some people that to be mechanically demanding. Because League is considered to be way less mechanically demanding than other MOBAs. Also, do you believe it'd be hard to climb high ranks at a fighting game? Do you think okay, I'm just curious. I have curiosity. Do you think League of Legends or fighting games are more mechanically demanding? Like Smash Melee or Street Fighter. League of Legends. League by far. Wow. League by far. That's interesting. A lot. That makes me think that a lot. How many of you guys have played both? For any of the people who say League, do you play fighting games and League of Legends? League by far. I would say they're about equal. Please do not make the same mistake that make think that Slay Jam Slam's participant progression is classic progression. The same mistake? Oh, because they have coaching. But it doesn't matter. That's a non-factor. The point is they know how to get good at things. I think a lot of people who have this strong opinion that League is like some ridiculously like the most mechanical game ever is they're overstating it. And I think that a lot of League is knowledge. It's a lot of knowledge executed upon. But comparisons aren't fair, but they're specifically saying that like TFT players couldn't get past the mechanical boundaries of League of Legends. I just don't think that's true. I think League players, I think League is a mechanically demanding game because it just is. But wait, this guy got another spat. He's gonna go for 10. He's going for 10 Exotech. Oh my god. League of Legends was mostly timing, like pressing the right button at the right time. Yeah, I mean it's true. It is true. I think that's the same about fighting games, and I mean I'm of the opinion that fighting games are more mechanically demanding than League. That doesn't mean that it's League is easier or whatever. I just think that in terms of like raw mechanics, having played a lot of both and still play both, I feel like I personally have the belief that fighting games are harder on that sense. Like imagine this. Imagine if before every ultimate that you can use, you're required to put a different series of input. You can't just press R. You have to press ASXZR in order to press R. I feel like that already just, and you have to do it within the specific frame input. I feel like that already tells you like how difficult the mechanic. Fighting games makes it harder to do things, like a lot of times for no reason, but it's just hard to do things in fighting games. 10 Exotech, is he gonna get there? He's gonna get there. He's at 17 HP. He's gonna get there. He's gonna get there, right? Yeah. He can sell. He can downgrade there. This guy's gonna get to 10 Exotech. Oh my god, that's actually crazy. So Taro is gonna win the game with 10 Exotech and just wipes everyone in loot sub. I've not seen 10 Exotech like dry like this. I've seen 10 Exotech off of wandering trainers, but this guy just goes straight 10 with 10 Exotech. Is he missing anything? I don't think so. Wait. Oh, he's missing Sejuani. Ah, wait a second. He didn't have Sejuani. Oh my god. Oh, he gets a ghost. He gets a ghost fight. If he finds one Sejuani, it's over. A lot of inputs are secondary. It's all muscle memory. I feel like in fighting games, things are hit confirms and frame data and overall matchup makes you actually really good. I mean, yes, that is part of it. But I will also say there is also a straight up execution barrier that is extremely difficult to overcome, especially because you never play at your best level in tournaments in fighting games. Everyone plays worse. He hits Sejuani. He hit it. Now he has to downgrade his board. He has to downgrade his board. Can he get there? Can he get there? He's He's 76 gold away. So if he sells Urgot, sells Kabuko, sells Renekton, replaces, he should be able to get there, right? That's 14, 19, 24. Yeah, he can get there. He probably thinks he's not going to die. He probably thinks it's impossible for him to die from here, so he's just going to wait one turn. So he can guarantee it. So he just says, like, it's fine if I lose this fight. Can you look up DJ's input? You mean charge mechanics? I mean, charge mechanics are also, like, kind of unintuitive. That is true. In League of Legends, you could take any legendary play and emulate it yourself with less than 10 minutes of practice. It's the decision-making to know what to do in the moment. Yes, it's the knowledge. Wait, is he not buying Sejuani? Oh, no, he has Sejuani already on his bench. Okay, well, now he levels and goes for it. Yow! 10 Exotech. All right. Boom. And that's game. He was playing 2 boards, yeah. We're Frodan. Hey, Frodan, will the worlds also be on the last patch or the new one? It's going to be on the new patch. It's going to be a new patch. I just want to, like, watch some APAC so I know these players going in. I will admit, I'm not, like, 100% dialed in for this VOD session, but I think it's, like, today's, like, hanging out with chat plus watching some APAC games. And I'll probably play some games after this. I'll probably play, like, 3 games or so after this, and then we'll do my sponsor stream. At the end. The hardest thing in League is playing well in the team environment. That is true. The teamwork aspect of League is the hardest part for sure. You definitely don't have to worry about that when you're playing in fighting games. That makes it way easier to control. Listen, man, I'm not saying one game is better or worse than the other. I think some people might take offense to like the way this conversation is shaping, but the main takeaway that I'm trying to say is that TFT players aren't gated by the mechanical barrier skill of League of Legends. People are like, yeah, well, TFT players will never get good at League because of the mechanical aspects of it. I don't think that's true. If it's like TFT players will never get good at it because their teamwork is bad, and I'm like, have you seen these Chinese and Vietnamese players, man? Their teamwork is amazing. And that's also not true. It's very well coordinated. Moving to Seattle in a month, I need you to tell me one overhyped food spot. Well, you think I'm like some concierge at the hotel? Yelp exists, man. No, yeah, one overhyped food spot? Maybe Dick's. Everyone loves Dick's in Seattle. People love Dick's in Seattle. And it's like, all right, but I'm pretty sure the reason why people love Dick's is because it's the price. It's really cheap. I actually think that like Dick's, it's not bad. It's not the taste. It's just the fact that like people hype it up a lot. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of In-N-Out. It reminds me of In-N-Out. It's like In-N-Out's like all right, but I'm pretty sure there are a lot of the reason why people like it is just because the price is good. I heard that's not just Seattle. Wait, there's more Dicks outside of Seattle? I thought it was like a Seattle thing. Duplicator? Usually go to Dick's and then In-N-Out. I don't think you can. I think Dick's is like a Seattle thing. Dick's locations. Dick's Drive-In. It's mostly a Seattle thing, guys. Yeah. There's no Dick's in Portland. And, yeah, I think it's a Seattle thing. Nike, thanks for the 15. Oh, thank you for tipping for the 15 euro. My God, the euro is popping off lately. That's like $20. Thank you for answering almost all questions possible and keep up the good work. Wish you the best. Greetings from EU West. Thank you, Nike. I'll be back on EU climbing pretty soon.
Thank you for answering almost all questions possible and keep up the good work. Wish you the best. Greetings from EUW.
I'm over here thinking Dick's Sporting Good. No, you're thinking, yeah. You know what's funny? Whenever I think of Dick's Sporting Goods, I think of DSG, like disguised. Because when Toast was like applying for something, I don't know, was it a visa or something? Everyone, he had paperwork, and people thought that DSG disguise equaled Dick's Sporting Goods. Does Marta work on Zac? You can get 3 procs to the shield. I believe it should work because the same way it works on the other stuff. On Tibble Treasure Chest. Okay, 10 Exotech just closes this out. 10 Exotech doesn't work on the Ghost? Yeah, it's actually a known bug. Exotech doesn't actually work on... sometimes it doesn't work on the bug because it's like an item thing. I mean, it's sorry. I guess it's something that like I've seen a lot already, but not like the 10x tech thing, but like people have reported that in the past. There's also like Zac blobs don't work on the Ghost either, by the way. So sometimes you might have like an insane Zac, and the Zac blobs doesn't even count. Exotech, not bad. I mean, 10 Exotech is like an auto win. Pretty hype. Pretty hype. All right, last game, and then we'll play some ladder, shall we? Let's do the last game of today. Match 5 and 6. Frodan, you're saying there are no dicks in Seattle? No, there's no dicks. I had dicks in downtown Seattle. There's definitely dicks in Seattle. I think Dicks is like mainly a Seattle chain. Yeah, Dicks is mainly a Seattle chain. Wait, they have a flan? Wait, they have Dick's clothing? Classic Dick's drive-in hoodie. Why do they have her wearing it, man? Oh, man. Oh, they have a Kraken theme one for like is it the hockey team? A Seattle legend since 1954. These run large. Oh man, they're having way too much fun with this advertising. Please reference sizing guide. Order size smaller than normal. I see. Dicks, a Seattle hit since 1954. Oh, they have a baby Dicks. Oh, that's cute. They have baby Dicks. And they have bib Dicks for the dog or bandana. Dude, if your dog is wearing a Dick's bandana, you're a super fan. You have a Dick's leash. You can I did not realize there were so many Dick's merchandise. My favorite milkshake. Say hello to your new favorite flavor of summer. Okay, whoever's job it is to write these descriptions must love his job a lot. My favorite milkshake youth t-shirt. Cool summer shade. You also might like. I mean, yeah. Is there any other cool accessories? There's a patch. That's about it, right? Gift certificates. All right. No, I like it, man. I like it. Holiday. There's no products in the holiday line yet. The Dick's leash is crazy. It is, man. I didn't realize that they would make a leash for your dogs. All right, final game, game 6. Component, Anvils. Yeah, tomorrow I might log on and do CN semifinals, but we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow for the stream. No holiday dicks? Not yet, not yet. I mean, it's not the season for giving yet. Not yet. That season's coming soon. Coming very soon. The year's already more than half over. It's crazy. All right, we had an early leash drop. I mean, at least it's one of the units you definitely keep still. So, point standing wise, I mean, Taro was crushing it, right, with the first. Man, I missed the whole dick conversation because of an advertisement. Don't worry, man. I think Kurum's gonna be streaming soon. So if he's not already online, they love dicks over there for sure. Okay, here we go. Another black market start. Everyone takes high-end shopping, just plays for Fast 9. It's crazy. All right. Blue battery investment strategy. He takes blue battery. Okay, so he's gonna be playing what? Amp. What else does he really want to play? Early LeBlanc, blue buff slam, street demon setup. Unless he's thinking about Vex. Okay, blue void staff. He might just be playing. He might just be playing LeBlanc, just from tempo though. High-end shopping, rolling 8 on insane. Yeah, you just fast 8 and you roll. You hit the Urgot 2 and you hit the board and you win the game. High-end shopping is pretty good. They gave it so much gold that now it's like very, very good. He's Vex. Yeah, he could be Vex. I generally don't view Vex very highly. Okay, he got Graves. He got Graves and Rost. Is that right? Okay, for his Exalted Adventure. Isn't the blue augment bugged for Yumi? Yumi bugged? I don't know anything about that. I don't know about that. Yumi bugs. You don't think the buffs moved the needle much on Vex? Oh, they did. Vex is really, really good on the new patch. I believe Dishope even believes that it's possible that Vex might be secretly S tier. But we have to... I need Dishope to play... I need to play on the new patch too. Like, as much as I'm watching APAC regionals, I need to play on the new patch. So what's going to happen is after this game, I'm going to play on the new patch. And then we'll do my sponsor stream at like 2 p.m. in like 2 hours from now or so. 2 or 3 hours. Don't leak Dishope tech. We gotta win worlds again. Okay, the thing is, Dishope leaks his own tech. But yeah, I mean, well, I don't think it's like a secret that Vex is good. The tech would be about whether or not, like, how you actually get to Vex. Also, oh my god, a tome of traits. Oh gosh. It's actually really bad if you're playing AMP. Someone took an Exotech +1. This is just crazy. By the way, in the global scrim server, are you guys allowing spectator for scrims? They started a vote and everyone's voting yes. So good news, guys. We can watch scrims for Worlds. We can watch scrims. We can watch scrims. Yeah. How many spots are up for grabs this game? All of them have been decided, Luke. I don't want to lie to you. I'm not trying to maintain artificial hype here. Everyone here already qualified. It's more about like who wins. Don't leak Vex brand duo carry. Vex brand. You know what? That doesn't even sound the worst thing ever because you can just play Vex and Street Demon because you have Rengar. It's probably not good though, but if someone told me that they buff Vex so much that now you can play her in Street Demon, I wouldn't believe them, but I would look it up to make sure. Woohoo! Free effortless content for you. Free effortless content for you. Okay, now that's rage bait. I put a lot of effort, man. I sit here and talk to chat. Do you understand how much effort it takes for me to do that and not cook your ass on a minute by minute basis? I sit here and I read chat and I respond to you guys. That takes an immense amount of effort. A Herculean effort, if you will. Reddit comps are great. The Kog'Maw reroll one, just read on the text on the units. Reddit comps? Wait, which one are you talking about? Talks about dicks for 10 minutes. I mean, yeah, it takes a lot of effort to elongate the conversation about dicks for 10 minutes. Is this game you're streaming on the current patch or the old patch? It's on the old patch. This is the last one. This is the last one for today, though, and then we're gonna go to the new patch. After this will be new patch stuff. Okay, blue battery. Probably fire sale here. I mean, on the new patch, the only main thing about the new patch that you have to know for sure is that AMP is like way worse. When are you adding 10 carats to TFT Academy? It's already there, man. It's already there. 10 carats. I believe we put under Anima Squad. How is Yuumi secret S tier? Yuumi? Who said Yumi's secret S tier? I mean, Yuumi is a good unit, though. But, like, AMP is now a lot worse. Is it still 6 Vanguard? Yeah, I think you just still play 6 Vanguard on new patch. I think the new patch is, like, AMP out, Vex, and, like, Fast 9 are, like, much better. And, like, Dynamo Fast 9, Urgot Fast 9. And you can even do Vex and Dynamo Fast 9. Like, you can intertwine it because you can put Blue Buff. Like, Blue Buff is flexible on, like, Elise and Vex and Urgot. And you could theoretically hold all of them open if you slam Blue Buff Gunblade. And then you also can play Vex temporarily, but not, like, stay on Vex. You can play Vex to get to Urgot as well. And then there's also, like, other Fast 9 variations that you can play around some of the other 5 costs. I'm pretty sure this next patch, my read on 14.7 from the few days that I got, like I got to play it for, like, 2 days and then had to focus on regionals. But I'm pretty sure it's a Fast 9 patch. As in, like, if you, like, good at Fast 9, you're going to be good at the patch. And I'm not very good at Fast 9, so I need to practice that. Nitro is also better than, yeah, that's true. It's true. Nitro is more playable. It gained a lot of ground. New patch basically brought up AP lines and power sum and nerf to amp. Yeah, like Vex is better, and Dynamo is like back to being a pretty good a setup line, default line. Like a lot of people just default Dynamo. There's probably a couple more reroll lines available. I need to test out Vayne. I want to test out like Slayers and stuff. Vayne reroll. Street Demon's better too. They buff Nico and they buff Ziggs. Yeah. MILF. Man, I love Fast 9. Yeah, we're not calling the comp that, man. We're not that's not what we're saying. We're not saying that's not broadcast friendly, but I know what you mean. I feel like the set in general is very Fast 9. It's okay. I feel like we've had our reroll meta, we had our tempo meta, and now I feel like Fast 9 meta. Fast 9 meta was the beginning of the set. It sounds like a good name for Dynamo Fast 9. Nope. We're just gonna call it Dynamo Flex. Dynamo Flex sounds great. Believe it or not, not everything in TFT has to be associated with sexualization. Not everyone is down bad as Twitch chat. Boombot Zed. Okay. All right. Got some Boombot Zed. I don't believe that, but it's true. It's true, though. You don't have to sexualize everything. You don't. You're right that it sells, but it's important to not always just hyperfixate on that. It also is important for the recovery period, right? Because then the lack of stimulation, the lack of excitement. Oh, he hits a Viego immediately. Oh no, I mean he still needs to hit Urgot, but he hit Viego pair. Wait, he hit. Oh, is this high-end chopping? High-end chopping player. Don't worry, we're gonna have Gotcha Game Goon ads soon. Yeah, guys, save it for the sponsor segment, man. Come on now, save it for the sponsor segment. The good part's about the goon. The good part. I was gonna say the goon part. The good part is about to arrive, but in a couple of hours. First, we do TFT, and then I expect to see a lot of you in chat spamming looking. Okay, 4-2. Duo Q. 90. Oh my god. Oh my god, he opened up Urgot. Ooh. Okay. Okay, the thing is, he hit the Zac a little bit late. Oh, he's still about to cash out, too. Damn. Urgot. Every game. So are we buying the outfits in Street Fighter 6 or not? Me? Does Ken have new outfits? I'm a Ken main. That's right, guys. I play the weakest Shoto. He actually might be now. And that's not necessarily even because he's a bad character. It's just because I think that all the other Shotos are insane. They buff Ryu so much. And Akuma is still Akuma. And Terry is also really good now. So it's like, so is Ken just like the worst or what? I think he is. Depends if you count Luke as one. Oh, Luke is a Shoto for sure. But Luke also got buffed. What did Ken get? We got Jinrai nerf. Our level 2 on block is -5 now. Woohoo! Nice. It's 14 cents, but why haven't they fixed matchmaking yet? I see 2 Jews win streaking on stage 6. It's because it's literally the best system we have. There's nothing better. Why win 8th? He never hit his cap, so he's just dead. There's too much fast 9 in this lobby. This lobby is insane. This guy still doesn't use his reinforcement, by the way. Why are you a Ken main? What do you like about him? Ken? Well, I like Ken because he feels very like easy to understand the game plan. And I needed to play a character for the Street Fighter Slam that was like simple. So like I wouldn't be caught up in the weeds learning about too much granular stuff. I needed to like start learning immediately and start working on like getting better at the game and not worry too much about the specialization of stuff. Like JP, I don't know if you guys saw the Sage Jam Slam, but like JP was the most popular character and it like drove everyone crazy. Like Lily Pichu had to go up against like 3 JPs, Ray's JP, Shumimi's JP, like everyone's JP, man. And but the thing is JP like basically plays a mini game in Street Fighter. He's like he's just like you don't actually play. I mean, you have to play against him very differently, and you also play differently. And I kind of wanted to play more like straight up. I wanted to play a more honest character, if you will, in Ken. Anyways, also Ken's is kind of cool. Like he literally kicks things so hard they turn on fire. I mean, that's pretty badass. So I needed to play a more straightforward, honest character of Street Fighter integrity, like Ken. And he wasn't. I heard he wasn't that good. So listen, you actually have to say something. You guys were the one who told me to play Ken. I actually asked chat who I should play, and chat said you should play Luke or Ken. And then I found out that that Box and Asa both played Luke. So I was like, well, I shouldn't play the same thing as them. We shouldn't have 3 Luke players. I'll play Ken. Ken is not an honest character. He has no plus. He has no plus normals on block. Okay, he does little damage. Okay, sure, he touches you, he puts you in the corner, but they nerfed his throw loop. No one in Street Fighter is honest. That is also true, man. Everyone has access to Drive Rush. I'm almost 1500 in Street Fighter. I think I'm gonna keep playing. I always thought about whether or not I should like drop it to do something else, but I actually do, unironically, really enjoy the Street Fighter like way more than I thought I would. So I think I'm just gonna keep playing and see. Not like intense, but I'll see if I can ever grind to like 16 to 1700. That's gonna be a lot harder. I think 1500 grind is like way easier comparatively. Like every 100, it gets harder and harder to get to, but I'll see if I can get to 16 or 17. I want to basically get to the point where I can probably I have a competitive chance against someone like Box. I don't want him thinking that he is by far the best Street Fighter player in TFT, and it's not interesting. No Boombot mod here. He has Garen. You can just take like Executioner for Garen. Makes sense. I want to see someone locking on Jamie. He's too weird though. I feel like Jamie has like to memorize a bunch of different routes, right? Okay, I actually did try to switch characters during the Sage Jam Slam off season. I actually tried to learn Ed. I spent a week learning Ed, and I realized that I am too stupid for this character. He is too hard, man. I practiced a level 2 combo for 2 hours. And I landed it 1 time, like the dream combo or whatever. It was like way too hard. And I didn't even do the full optimal version either. So I was like, yeah, you know what? It's just not worth. Like I feel like even if you like learn it, you would have to like maintain it. Oh, is this guy trying to go 6 rapid fire, or are you just staying on 4? 4 Vanguard, 4 rapid fire. Interesting. Interesting. I guess that's what he opened with his Toma tray, so he feels like he has to. Rapid fire, Renekton. Marissa's very simple. I actually think Marissa's pretty cool too. I feel the pain whenever Marissa does a combo. It feels like she just kills the opponent. It's crazy. She like punches it twice, and they did such a good job with like the visual that it just feels like she just like literally murders them. Is Worlds this weekend? It's next weekend, Marizon. Next weekend. So in 8 days from now. No, sorry, 9 days. I'll be flying out. Actually, I need to get my flight stuff. Oh, they say flights are being booked today. Nice. Nice. I also need to finish booking stuff for Ramblin'. GD Royale. Is ladder just like a boombot fest? I played a game. I only played like 3 games of the new patch over the weekend, and like 3 to 4 people per lobby like wanted to play Urgot. It just feels like everyone's just trying to boombot each other. It's like this. It's Urgot versus Urgot. Prismatic Prelude is now a boombot fest in Vietnam. What can you do then? You just have to like play for top 4 and just let the boombot guys kill each other. Is Greg gonna be in the co-stream? No. No, we have another fan favorites. We got Ramblin' and Emily Wang. I'm trying to see if Soju's gonna come out. He don't know walled me though.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Basil, thanks for the 2 months. Wow, survived by 1 HP. Everyone survived by 1 HP. I mean, I think you could reroll to maintain tempo, but yeah, it'll be hard. He got an artifact. Oh, Living Forge. What's the best Living Forge artifact for rapid fire Renekton? I heard that Titanic Hydra is really good on him, but I don't know if Titanic Hydra is specifically good in this setup. Flicker Blade. He doesn't need that, but it could be good. RFC, he already RFC and rapid fire kind of do the same thing. I mean, Unending Sphere is good on Vanguards. I don't want Gambler's Blade on Renekton. Insane board
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
for the Renekton player. Greg needs to focus on getting on gold. That's true. If he comes and does the co-stream, he might miss gold, and that would feel really bad. Is Boombot the new Graves reroll? What does that mean? There's like the most popular comp? I think so. I don't think Graves was the most popular comp. I think Exotech was the most popular. But I would say Boombot Urgot right now is very, very commonly played. If you have a chance to fast 9 and go for it, a lot of people do it. Dodger Striker, thanks to the Prime. Oh, Witsen. I can see Witsen being good. That's a good one. That's a good one. Jeez, this guy has 2 Urgot 2s. Steppy won the game. He took triple econ and just hits the Boombot Urgot. I mean, part of it is that they buffed Cho'Gath, so they made Boombot Urgot more stable. You know what's kind of sad? It's like they buffed Cho'Gath in hopes that he could be more better for like the level 8, but it just made the level 9 like way better. It's fine though. You could probably still play Cho'Gath in the level 8 rolldowns, but yeah, you're mainly still gonna be playing Cho'Gath as like a boombot setup. Titanic Hydra Graves. One last time. Sniper's focus could be nice. Yeah, I guess I could look it up. Let me see. Let's look it up. Rapid fire emblem on Renekton. What is his best artifact? His best artifact is Titanic Hydra. In fact, it's his best artifact, and everything else is not very good. Actually, this was last patch though, or this patch. What about last patch? Last patch, Wit's End. Okay, so the best, if you were to believe, for Rapid Fire Renekton is Titanic Hydra and Wit's End. Don't put Fish Bones, don't put RFC, don't put Sniper's Focus, don't put Flicker Blade. It's Titanic Hydra and Wit's End. The fact that Urgot went unnoticed for so long is kind of wild. Yeah, I don't think it was unnoticed. I think most people knew about Urgot. Are you talking about like on this patch, like being better than Amp? I think people like who here didn't know about Urgot. I think everyone knew about Urgot. Oh, he's one off Urgot 3. He's one off Urgot 3 and one off 2 off Zac 3. Cho is so bad it made it hard to play. Yeah, like partially. There was a patch where Boombot Urgot was like really popular though. I guess like it never like really took over the meta. It wasn't like the best comp in the game type of thing, like it is now. All right. Oh man, no Urgot 3. Okay. So Steppy wins, and that means that's Tristan rather. And that means ... That means who won? The heck? Why is YouTube lagging so bad? Is High-End Shopping broken? Yes. The winner was Grenade. Grenade won. Taro went second. Taro did probably pretty well today. I thought Steppy also has a good moment. And then YBY, Lil Steppy, Yatsuhashi, NguyenVux looked like probably like the player that was the least impressive, and he went A, so that makes sense. I mean, it is what it is. You can't not everyone can go first. Okay, cool. So if you guys are here for APAC regionals, I'm gonna start